Good evening and welcome to Western Wayne Elementary School in Cambridge City, Indiana. As we bring you the WWBA All-Star Game, maybe, but for sure we're going to bring the championship to you. I'm Eric Ivey. I'm here with Jim Holtzclaw and my daughter Natalie, and together we are Minotaur Streaming. So this is our first venture into Cambridge City and our first venture with the WWBA, which is the Western Wayne Basketball Association. And it is run by Dylan McCullum, who is a graduate student at Ball State, we just found out. So Natalie just wrapped up her freshman year at Ball State, so we told Dylan if he sees her on campus, like in the library, go ahead and push her down a flight of stairs.
Make sure to at least trip her.
Yep. So while it doesn't look like we have a lot of All-Stars here, we still wanted to recognize those All-Stars in this broadcast that is brought to you by Larry Scott Research. So we've got 6 teams in the league, in the Winter League here in the WWBA, and representing the Dublin Dodgers on the All-Star team is Trevor Madison and Timmy Watson. Representing the Muncie Mystics is Jabril Reed, Graylin Seeley, and Kevin Seeley, and Jim and I know all 3 of those guys.
From the IBL and, Jabril from the ABA.
Yep, the Indiana Legends up in Newcastle. Pershing Pioneers are represented by All-Stars Dre Hall, Ethan Hinton, who is the brother of Logan Hinton, who Jim and I know from the Indiana Legends.
I wonder if Ethan looks like the young guy on a grade school team.
That's right. We'd always comment about how young Logan looks, so I can't wait to see Ethan. He's probably like 60.
Yeah, he comes out in diapers. Yeah.
Brenton Payne and Ellett Shackelford round out the Pershing Pioneers All-Stars. Pershing Pioneers are one of the teams that we're going to see compete tonight in the championship series. And then we've got the Connorsville Corsairs, Ian Bloom, Keontae Fahey, Bryant Hilbert, and Desmond Rent. And those represent the Connorsville Corsairs on the All-Star team.
What exactly is a Corsair? Vehicle?
The
car?
Well, I know it is a car. I would have to look up. I'm thinking it's like a
I was looking
swordsman
at
or something.
A swordsman?
I couldn't tell you. I've been out of school too long.
A Corsair. Sounds good.
That's right. Milton Monarchs are represented by Braden Favorite, Jalen Favorite, Chad Lavelle, and Jack Stevens on the WWBA All-Star team. And the Richmond Redhawks, who is the other team we're going to see in the championship tonight, are represented by Preston Hunter, Jalen Oliver, and Malachi Short. So those are your WWBA All-Stars for the 2025 winter season. So the championship series is set to start at 7:30, and it doesn't appear as though we've got much action going on as far as an actual All-Star game.
Yeah.
So we may just throw it to commercials and be back with you at 7:30.
So come back and see us in half an hour, and we'll entertain you with some good basketball.
That's right. So what we know about the WWBA, as long as we have some time, is that they're a pro-am league, mixture of pros and amateur athletes, obviously, because Jabril Reed is a pro athlete with the ABA, and there may be some others in here as well. They play by high school rules, and their championship, their whole playoff system and their championship are best of 3 series. So this ought to be interesting. We have 2 games tonight. Obviously, if one team wins both, it's over. And if they split, they're going to have to find a time to play a 3rd game. As I mentioned, the league is run by Dylan McCullum, and it is sponsored by Larry Scott Research. In the playoffs, the Dublin Dodgers eliminated the Connorsville Corsairs. The Milton Monarchs eliminated the Muncie Mystics. Lots of M's there.
Yeah.
The Pershing Pioneers beat the Dublin Dodgers in the semifinals, and the Richmond Redhawks beat the Milton Monarchs in the semifinals, and that's how we wound up with Pershing and Richmond tonight. So
should be a good game.
Yeah.
Everybody come back, and we'll watch some basketball. A little bit smaller court. Got a grade school court here. This actually seems to me like a bigger court than a grade school court, but maybe I'm just looking at it differently. Well, this is
this is Dylan McCullum, who just walked by. He's the owner of the league, the guy who runs the league, and he's just telling us that it looks like the All-Star game is not going to happen, but we have a chance to talk to Dylan. And so, Dylan, thanks for having us, and welcome on the air. You're famous now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's nice. It's good to be famous for once.
Yeah. So you were telling us a little bit about the history behind this league, and I'd be curious for you to share that story here.
Yeah, of course. So we started in roughly 2019. It was April of 2019. We were going into the summer and decided that we wanted to have an organized basketball league here in town, basically with our friends. We started off the first season with 6 teams. All of them were local-based teams that we kind of orchestrated. With that, we played at the Cambridge City Christian Church. It was really fun, and then it kind of grew. People really liked the format that we were doing. It was 3-on-3 at the time, shorter court, but people really liked it. We started getting people from Richmond, from Winchester, from Newcastle, from Rushville, from Connorsville, and so then we decided, let's make this big leap into a 5-on-5. So last summer we went into a 5-on-5 here at this at the elementary gymnasium, and then we had 12 teams, so we had 120 athletes. So it was really nice.
Wow!
That's quite the group.
Yeah. So this is the first time that we've done the Winter League. So we have roughly 60 athletes in the Winter League. So the summer is usually a bigger turnout. So. But yeah, it's we're still working with it. We're still trying to calibrate it, and but it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. This is a smaller area. It's kind of more spread out because you have like a smaller town like Cambridge City, Centerville, and surrounding cities. But kind of developing a market within that has been kind of a challenge. But I think we've got it, and we found a market that works with us. So.
Well, good.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've got a sponsor for tonight's championship game.
Yes.
So there is some. No, we get an Instagram pop-up. I will close that down for our championship games. But
speaking of Instagram, the WWBA is on Instagram. So if you want to look up the Western Wayne Basketball Association, you'll be able to find the information there. They are also on Facebook.
Yes.
And any other social media platforms?
We do TikTok a little bit, highlight reels, just stuff like that. Not as much. We're not as big on TikTok, but we're trying to branch out. It's been really busy few months, especially this past since January, I would say. But we're getting there. I think the summer league's really going to pop off, and I think we're going to really evolve completely.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this championship game will get you a little PR.
It should be really good. Both of these teams are really good. Definitely the best 2 teams. So it's the 1 and 2 seeds that are going to play tonight. So they're the best
well, I
ones.
see Dublin has won quite a few times in the past, but not in the past few years.
They've kind of struggled.
They did once.
They
in
did
2024.
that team. Yeah, 2024. That team was from Newcastle, so that was a really.
Oh,
solid
I see.
Team.
Yeah, they've got 3 banners on that end, 1 banner on this end.
Yeah,
so
we had a lot of really good athletes that have run through here. A lot of people that play JUCO, a lot of people that played Division III. So there's a player for the Pioneers tonight who played Division III.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where. His name's Deshar Thomas. He played Division III basketball.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we've had a lot of good talent come through here, and it's pretty nice to just see that this talent is here in Cambridge. So, especially as a local, bringing these people here to this smaller town and trying to develop a culture is kind of nice.
And it's a nice outlet for guys who maybe past the college level, may or may not be good enough to get into a pro league like the ABA, but yet still want to play. And you got the shorter courts, so us old guys don't have to kill ourselves running back and forth.
That's right.
So if you still got dreams of playing hoop, you got a place you can come.
Yeah, of course. And it's just nice, like having an organized basketball league, because it's different than going to the rec. Obviously, when I first started this, a lot of people were asking, why don't we just go to Lagole Community Center, which is up the road, and play basketball? It's like, well, it's a little different. This is a little more organized, and it's
exactly.
It's nice.
It's not pickup ball.
Different feeling. As a player and as somebody who's watching it, it's a different feeling. So.
And you have refs,
Yes, we have
unlike
refs.
rec league where everything's a foul when
Right.
driving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah.
If an athlete is interested in playing for the WWBA, how does that athlete do that?
So they basically reach out to us, and they can reach out to me in two specific ways: that they have a team, or that they want to play on a team. If they want to play on a team, they don't have a full team with them, I could work with other teams on getting them on a team that they would like
There
and
you
that
go.
they would flourish in. And so, but if they have a team, then I sign them up automatically, and they're automatically registered within the league. So that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there an age limit? Have to be out of high school, or
So we moving forward, we're going to kind of change exactly how we do it. We have allowed high schoolers, but there's going to be probably some stipulations moving forward because we try to take ourselves very seriously here.
yeah,
Sure.
We don't want a lot of messing around or anything, but we have had athletes who are in high school that have committed to JUCOs, colleges, and all that. So we allow them to come and play because they're really good athletes. Some of them are even better than the older guys.
Oh yeah, oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that in a few leagues where all of a sudden you're surprised that you got an all-star that's actually a junior in high school.
Yes.
Right.
All the
course.
30-year-old guys are looking at him like, it wasn't like that when I was a junior in high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What does
But,
it
yeah.
cost to play in the WWBA?
So as a team, we try to make it to where it's roughly $350 a team. So
Okay.
roughly, you're talking $35 a person.
Okay.
We try to make it as affordable as possible. Trying to not break the bank for all of our
Yeah.
athletes.
Right.
And then our ref fees are pretty minuscule as well. So yeah.
That takes care of that fee takes care of the ref fees, probably
Yeah.
any
Additional-
gym fees that you might incur or
Yeah.
out-of-pocket expenses.
Yeah, any additional fees, stuff like that. So, yeah, we try to make it as somewhat semi-professional as possible for
Oh,
all
yeah.
these guys.
Sure. So you have a winter league, you have a summer league, you have spring and
We do
fall
have a spring
also?
league. There's going to be a league starting up, I think, here within the next few weeks after this finishes in Richmond. So at a church in Richmond, and then we're working on starting a women's league. So it'll be the first of its
Oh, there you
kind in
go.
the area. So I have a lot of interest there. I think we're going to do a women's, and it's going to be a new market. So we're thinking it's going to be a 3-on-3 league, but that's still that's getting a different demographic or whatever in this gym. So you're having women in here actually playing basketball, and then maybe after the 3-on-3 games are over, then it goes into the summer league where the men are going to play a 5-on-5 full court.
Okay.
Whereas the women would maybe play this way. The side courts for 3-on-3. Make the court shorter, easier. So
Right.
a lot of interest from Earlham is where I'm
Oh,
getting a lot of
really?
interest,
Okay.
So Earlham College.
So as a fifth year at Ball State studying architecture, why are you not going into sports management?
Well, I started.
This is a job in itself.
It
trying
is.
to keep this
It
organized.
is. It's hard to do it. I do it basically by myself. I have a really good friend that helps me out with it. But I was dead set on some kind of engineering design field.
Okay.
So
Something
I
to
was
fall back on whenever the sports career is over.
yeah, when this
That's right.
doesn't take off. So, yes.
So do you hoop too, or you?
Yeah, I did. I played.
Okay.
I wasn't much of a hooper though. I will say I was a runner, so I was a
Okay.
cross-country runner. I still play every once in a while, but it's fun. It's
Yeah,
just
now
fun
that
to
now
get
that
out
we
there.
see the two teams starting to warm up.
Yes,
Getting
people
ready
starting
for
to
the
fill in.
championship game in about 25, 30 minutes.
Yep, starting to fill in.
We're
There. Yep.
getting the championship juices flowing, and
Yeah.
we've been watching Jabril Reed over there get ready for his matchup tonight.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of ours. He says
really?
he watches all our stuff too.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
He's a
That's
good
awesome.
guy.
Now, which team is Jabril playing for? Because
Well,
we have him on the Muncie
Yes.
Mystics.
So he actually came for just the pickup and just open gym before.
Okay.
So he's probably here just to shoot around a little bit. But
right.
I think he might be helping me over at the scores table.
There you
so,
go. Yeah, getting volunteers to help out. That's kind of how we got into this too. Was Eric's been in a little bit longer than I have, but basketball leagues always need help at the scores table
Yeah, that's the
or
issue.
cameras or. So if you're past your prime like we are, and you want to kind of stay with the team and have some camaraderie with the guys, come on out because there's always something you can do.
Of course, yeah. It's hard. That's the one thing about this league. I would say is the most inconsistent, and it's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Is getting people to actually help, and we do pay what we can
Yeah.
for the help. But again, it's been super helpful. This guy over here, Ethan Hoover, he goes to Ball State with me. He's an architecture major.
Yep, we
And
got
he's
him on the
been-
camera now.
Yeah, he's
over in the
been
white shirt.
an outstanding help this entire season, and this wouldn't have been possible without him.
Oh, really?
Honestly. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
And so not only do you have to be willing to volunteer, but you have to be a reliable volunteer
Exactly.
as well.
Yeah, you have to be
So
willing and
Don't tell me you're going to
reliable,
show up and run the scoreboard, and all of a sudden, half hour after the game started, there's nobody there.
Yep.
Don't need any of
that.
that.
Has happened. That's happened.
Oh,
It happens all
I
the
know
time.
all about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and anybody who's really into managing this, that's a very big
Oh, yeah.
frustration. So.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah, definitely.
That
We're not
is
keeping you from
Jabril
any of your
Reed
duties, are we?
shooting
No,
free
yeah,
throws,
I
by
might,
the way.
I might actually head out really quick now, but
Okay.
I'd love to come back and talk again. This
Hey,
is
yeah.
awesome.
That'd be great.
Well,
So,
come
yeah.
back during the championship game, and
Yeah, of
if
course.
everything's under control
Yeah,
over there.
I'll be over there in the PA announcing booth.
Oh, there you go.
so, Yeah,
All
that's
right.
where I'll be. So
Excellent.
Yeah. All
Dylan
right.
McCullum, folks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Yeah,
That's
thanks
awesome.
for,
Appreciate
thanks
you,
for coming
Dylan.
over. Yep. You take it easy. Thank you, sir. We'll see you soon.
All right. So we might have a little bit of pickup basketball here.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe. So that was good to hear from Dylan and learn about a little more about the WWBA. And I think we are going to give our voices a break here, and Natalie's going to work on keeping the camera on any action that might take place, and we'll talk to you again about 7:30. Good evening. Welcome back to Western Wayne Elementary School in Cambridge City, Indiana, as we are about to tip off in about 30 seconds in the WWBA Championship Series between the Richmond Redhawks and the Pershing Pioneers. The Pioneers will be in green jerseys, while the Redhawks will be in yellow jerseys. And Natalie, let's go ahead and look at those rosters. So for your Richmond Redhawks, Malachi Short, George Pennington, Kip Philbrun, Robert White, David Swafford, Preston Hunter, Tyler Wethington, and Jalen Oliver. And for the visiting Pershing Pioneers, Dre Hall, Connor Walzer, Brenton Payne, Ethan Hinton, Ellett Shackelford, Sean Suttles, Deshar Thomas, and Julian Short.
Yeah, and these are a really nice group of guys, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Deshar Thomas came over and acted like he was selling us something. He was happy to see us, and
Yeah.
he acted like he'd known us his whole life. I'm like, man, that guy's
great.
got a lot of character.
George Pennington came over and talked to us also, and told us that we have to make sure we call him teeny tiny 55. I think that's what he said. I wasn't really paying
He
attention.
said, big 55. You're calling me big
George
55.
Pennington is big 55.
And it looks like we got David Swafford coming out, flexing his muscle on these guys.
That's right.
So yeah, you whippersnappers, you're not going to be taking me down. Do we have everybody's number?
Oh,
I believe we do.
We have some
possibly.
numbers, and we'll just make it up as we go if we don't have somebody's number. So
Yeah, you know what? We were watching him warm up, but I don't think he was one of the members of the team.
Oh, okay. So it appears that David Swafford for the Redhawks in the yellow jersey is going to go up against Ellett Shackelford, number 42, in the green jerseys as we start the national anthem. And we're back to action here in Cambridge City. The referee that is closest to us is back to the camera right now. That is Jabril Reed from the Indiana Legends, and in the WWBA, he's a member of the Muncie Mystics, an all-star actually.
Yep, and we will let him know when he is making
Absolutely.
bad calls.
Yes, we will have no mercy on Jabril.
Too bad.
Jabril's about the nicest guy you could ever know.
Oh, yeah.
And swing and a miss on the tip-off. The Redhawks reel it in, and here we go. Shot is up. Shot is good by Preston Hunter. And Richmond Redhawks out to a commanding 2-0 lead. Here come the Pioneers. Shackelford, whistle on the floor. Foul is called. And I missed who it's against.
55?
Oh.
I think big 55.
Big
George
55,
Pennington.
George Pennington. All right.
At least we'll give him
Pioneers
one.
fire up a three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by the Redhawks. And Jalen Oliver brings it up the floor. Passes it over to big 55. No, three-pointer won't go. Rebounded by Branton Payne for the men in green.
Oh, off his knee. That's going to be gold ball.
It is all
Yeah,
absolutely
that went
what
off
the referee
of.
called.
I
So
believe that went off of Deshar Thomas's knee. See,
David Swafford puts up a three-pointer. Big man can't get it to go.
he did not call bank.
That's right. Rebounded by the Pioneers.
Yeah.
Shot is up.
Rebounded
that was
by
not good. I thought it was
Ethan
swished and it was a little short. That one was good. And who was that who hit that one? Julian Short with the three-pointer there to put Pershing out in front. Shot is up. Shot is good for two by Jalen Oliver.
Oliver comes out smoking hot.
Here comes.
That's Ethan. Yeah, that's Ethan Hinton.
Ethan Hinton.
We're familiar with his brother.
Yep.
Actually,
I'm probably going to call him Logan a couple times. Sorry about that, Ethan.
Ethan is supposedly younger than Logan, but Logan looks like he's 12.
Right?
Ethan looks like he's 30.
Shot is good on the other end by Julian Short, and it's 6-5 with the Redhawks in the lead. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Ethan.
Ethan's going to be running tonight.
Ethan's going to take it coast to coast, lay it up and in.
That was pretty.
2 points for Ethan Hinton.
Yeah, and we do have the instant replay tonight, so we'll see if we can break that out at some point.
That's right.
Get some good ball.
Turnaround jumper by Oliver won't go. Long pass down to Ethan.
Oh,
he lays it up and in for 2 more for the Pershing Pioneers.
He says, I'm politicking for MVP of the championship game.
That's right. Pershing up 9-6. The WWBA uses high school rules. Shot is up.
Oh,
good.
Nice shot.
By Big 55, George Pennington.
Yeah, the high school rules, I'm not sure how they vary from, say, college rules. We don't have a shot clock.
No, we
is
don't.
one thing.
Long pass down after the three-pointer won't cooperate for Ethan. Passing it around. David Swafford needs some help. Kicks it out to a teammate. I'll tell you as soon as I see his number who it is. That is Preston Hunter. Over to George Pennington. George is directing traffic.
Yep, trying to clear out the lane for himself.
Yep.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to make a move.
He's going to move in. Defended. Nice block there by Julian Short for Pershing. And here come the Pioneers.
Julian got that big paw in there and said, get out of my house.
Shot is up. No good by Deshar Thomas.
Yeah, Ella Shackelford tried to put it back. And
long pass down to Kip Filbrin. And he scores 2.
All right, let's see how long these guys can keep up this quick pace.
Yeah. Three-pointer there is a little long. Rebounded by the Redhawks.
Big 55.
Buries a three-pointer.
Sinks it.
For little tiny George Pennington.
Big 55.
George doesn't know where I live.
Yeah.
Here comes Ethan Hinton.
Yeah, you got to be pretty sure yourself if you go by Big 55.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm not just a 55. I'm Big 55.
Yes. Shot won't go. Pennington with the rebound. He brings it up the floor for the Redhawks. Three-pointer from the top of the key. David Swafford can't get it to drop. And almost had a steal, but it doesn't quite get stolen. Ball is knocked around. A couple of shots don't go in. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will go over to Green, I believe.
Who do we have as number 2 on the Pershing team?
Malachi Short has entered the game for the Redhawks. His layup is up and good. He's wearing 22 for the boys in yellow. And Jabril is making some sort of terrible call over there.
Yeah.
He's the worst referee
Yeah.
ever.
It's got to be the worst breath that's gone through that whistle
Yeah.
ever.
All right, we got a little stoppage in play here.
It's going to be on the floor.
Okay. And we have a substitution for Pershing. I believe we did.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, Pershing is about, a block and a half east of here.
Yeah.
Just outside of town. And, of course, Richmond is right on the Ohio border.
Ethan Hinton with yet another layup. He likes that left side of the rim. And here come the Redhawks. All tied up, 14-14.
Oh, bad
pass goes awry. Intercepted by Branton Payne. Branton brings it over, gives it off to Elliott Shackelford.
Oh,
shot is up, no good. Whistle on the floor.
Couldn't get the and one. You know, with a lot of the games we've called lately, I wonder how many technical fouls are going to get called in this game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and get
Say
0.
none. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a kudos to Jabril, and I forget the other ref's name.
I don't know that I ever heard it.
Yeah, Dylan
Oh.
told me his name. But yeah, let the guys play.
Right.
Yeah, all these other leagues that have the technical fouls every other shot, and
Elliott can't get either of his free throws to go. And so we're still knotted up, 2 touchdowns apiece between the Pershing Pioneers and the Richmond Redhawks in this WWBA Winter League Championship Series. This is a best-of-3 series. This is game 1. We're playing 2 games tonight.
Oh, that was good. That was a great play. Just couldn't finish it.
Malachi can't get his layup to go. So we're playing 2 games tonight. So if we have the same team winning both, they are the new champions. If we split, we have to go to a 3rd game at another time. Here comes Malachi. It didn't go again. I thought he had it that time.
Yeah, and no, that was not a foul.
Elliott Shackelford with it. Oh, nice behind. No-look pass
wow.
behind his head. And Branton Payne gets it up and in for 2. Pershing back out in front by 2, 16-14.
Yeah, both of these teams are playing organized ball. They're looking good. This isn't just a pickup game.
Right.
They're running some plays and going to the hoop strong.
WWBA owner, commissioner, whatever his title is, Dylan McCullum told us these are 2 very good teams, the top 2 seeds in the Winter League, and told us to expect a great game.
Yeah, and it's been that way so far.
George Pennington hit a 3-pointer that gives Richmond the lead, and Pershing can't get a shot to go in, so now Richmond has a chance to open up that lead. Malachi looking for some room, shoots. He's having no luck with that layup today.
Sure, Thomas running and scoring. Yeah, that was he was going to burn past everybody. Yep, and it looks like all this hustling is getting the best of David Swafford. He's walking down the court.
David Swafford shared our Facebook post on his account, so I appreciate that very much, David.
Oh, how did that not go in?
I don't know. There, Elliott Shackelford made sure it went in that time.
Yeah, I think we need a water break here. Got too many guys bending over, grabbing the shorts.
So thank you very much, David Shackelford. I knew because of how you captioned the post that you're going to be the big fellow with the headband on. Knew exactly who you were.
Swafford.
Oh, Swafford. Did I say Shackelford?
Yeah, you
it's
did.
all very confusing.
And Jabril Reed, he's still doing a terrible job out there.
Yeah, worst referee ever.
No, he's doing a fine job. Yeah.
He's brave to be a referee in a game you're calling, Tim.
Oh, he is. Yeah. No, I remember. We know Jabril all the way back from the IBL, and I think the first time I ever watched him play, I called him Smiley McSmilerson because he's got a smile on his face all the time.
Oh yeah, it lights up a room.
But problem is he's got a whistle in his mouth, so he can't smile too easily right now.
Yeah.
I don't think he's used to that. But yeah, I think he's taken this officiating job pretty seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got promoted to official right before the game. He's like, I'm good. I don't know if I want to do this. So we had to heckle him a little bit.
That's right.
Because all officials, you got to be a masochist or a sadist or whatever it is to be an official.
I think so. Preston Hunter can't get a jump shot to go for Richmond.
Oh, Ethan.
Here comes Ethan. Finger roll up and in for 2.
Yeah, buddy.
So this game continues to be a close one. This 5-point lead by Pershing seems like a huge lead. Steal there. Elliott Shackelford brings it up. Shoots. No.
Oh, no foul.
Battle for the rebound. Rebounded by Ethan.
Oh,
shot
couldn't
won't
get
go.
too much fadeaway on that.
And here come the Redhawks.
And
Shot is up. Shot is good. As soon as he
we had
turns
that
around, I'll tell you.
Man,
who
and
he
of
is.
course he's going to be parallel to us the whole time.
Right, yep. It'll forever remain a mystery. Sorry.
Wait a second.
Sorry, fans.
Yeah, we'll get him on the next one.
Right. All right. Did I see a 40-something?
I saw 4.
Okay, well, we don't
42.
have. Well,
Got a 42.
no idea who he is. 'Cause
He is either Tyler Wethington or Robert White.
Yep.
Whitington. We'll go with Rabyler Whitington.
Those of you who are new to us, yeah, we have no problem making up names.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I bet most everybody's already turned off the volume. So
That's
let's
right.
we just want to watch the ball game.
Ethan Hinton buries his free throw.
Yeah.
And here come the Richmond Redhawks.
Yeah, that guy needs to take a big swig of shut the hell up.
42 puts it up
Oh,
and no, in and out.
Nice. That is a tight rim.
Yes, it
They had
is.
another one at the other end that was just like,
Ooh.
oh, he gets the steal.
Great effort there.
Yeah, that was
Preston Hunter with the steal. Shot is up, no good.
Oh, give it
Preston
back to
gets
Preston.
the
Let him
rebound.
take it. Oh,
Fires
yeah.
it, shoots it. Preston Hunter
Gets the steal and the glory.
with a great sequence of events there for the Richmond Redhawks.
Yeah. Ethan Hinton is not he's looking serious. He's not going to let them get away with that too
That's
long.
right. Thomas's shot up, no good. Whistle on the floor. What do we have?
Did we have a foul?
We have a substitution. Julian Short is coming in, and Branton Payne is coming out for the Pershing Pioneers. I'm not sure if there was a foul or not. If it was on the floor.
Yeah, we haven't.
Thomas's
tell us.
shot up, no good.
Yeah,
Rebounded by the Redhawks.
Let's just say that later on in the game, if somebody is sitting on the bench and they should be playing, they probably fouled out.
Yeah.
And we didn't know any different.
Shot is up. No,
There it
it won't
goes.
go.
Oh, that's the fella. Yeah, number.
Okay, so we don't have
Number
a 24 and we don't have a 42. So one of them is Robert, one of them is Tyler. We'll try to figure that out for you maybe at halftime or
Yeah, we got
sort of break
we
we
got
get.
introduced to most of the guys before the game.
Yep.
Yeah, and Dylan was telling us number 12. Do we have?
Sean Suttles with it. Behind the back pass gets knocked away.
Oh, look at that.
And
Pull
George
it back out.
Pennington very smart in pulling that one back. He looked out of control. 3-point shot is up, no
Oh,
good. Hits the
apparatus.
Yep. And that is a dead ball going over to the Pershing Pioneers.
But number 12 was a sprinter, I think is what he said. He is fast as can be.
Dre Hall.
Dre Hall.
is who he said is super fast and is
Okay.
a sprinter. He thought at Bowling Green.
Okay.
And
He looks quick.
yeah,
He's got a little quickness there.
Dre Hall wearing number 12 for the men in green.
Yeah, Ethan Hinton just ran into a big wall of 24.
Julian Short can't get his three-pointer to go. Shot is up. Shot is good. I wasn't quite sure there with that tight rim. So either Robert or Tyler, not sure which, got that bucket there for the Richmond Redhawks. Sean Suttles with it. Over to Dre Hall. Dre moving around. Boy, he has some quickness. I can see why he's a sprinter.
Man, yeah.
Doesn't have a lot of size, but he's fast.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, blocked there. And the block was by either Robert or Tyler, whichever one didn't score the points.
I'm going to go with Robert White.
All right.
24.
Jim's going to go out on a limb and call number 24.
I don't know.
Robert White.
I'm just guessing here. You know what? His name's going to be Robert the rest of the game. Sorry, Robert.
27-23, Pershing in the lead.
I tell you one way we can find out.
Yell his name out.
Yep. See who turns around.
That's right. Three-pointer up. No, a little bit to the left.
Oh,
Battle for the
nope.
rebound. Ball goes out of bounds.
Robert.
And Jabril makes a terrible call, giving the
shoot.
ball to the Redhawks.
So much for that plan. Nobody turned around. Son of a.
All right, 42 to 24. 24 shoots and scores. 42 with the assist, and we have no idea who either of them is.
Maybe
Well,
it's
we have
Robert
somebody.
Tyler and Tyler Robert with 42-24.
Could be.
Ooh, almost had an over and back there. He shuffled a little.
Oh,
what a
Ethan
block.
gets it blocked by one of the Redhawks. Here comes Preston Hunter. Hunter
Yeah.
shoots and scores.
Yeah, we're kind of getting used to these guys' names.
Getting there. By the time this evening's over, we'll have them down pat.
Yeah, by the fourth quarter of the second game, it'll be.
Dre Hall over to Julian Short. Passing it around now. Dre's got it again. Dre to Julian. Ball's knocked away by the Redhawks. Here comes Preston Hunter.
Oh!
He gets tied up by Ethan Hinton strategically, I believe. And so Preston Hunter will have to get 2 points the hard way.
Yeah, Dre Hall, he's quick. He's jerky. Jerky quick.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he'll run you out of your shoes before you even can say laces.
Foul was called on the floor,
I was
so
reaching.
shot won't go. Pershing rebounds it. We're all tied up 27-27 as the Redhawks have some momentum going here.
Oh, he's going to take the three.
Got
Yes,
it!
that's
Nothing but net
Nothing but
for
net.
Dre Hall. Redhawks bringing it up the floor. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Shot is up. Oh, won't go in. Whistle on the floor.
He's going to be shooting two.
Dre Hall is called
Well,
for the infraction.
okay, it's high school rules, so maybe. Yeah, I couldn't read through all the high school rules before we got here, but that looked like it was on the shot. But I guess they must have called it on the either called it on the floor or you don't get shots in a situation like that.
Julian Short called for the foul that time. So now the Redhawks go to the line. Jalen Oliver in particular.
Yeah.
He shoots a little bit long.
A little off.
Needs a little more arc under that. Pershing has gotten themselves a 3-point lead again after Richmond had tied it up. And the running clock continues to run.
Oh, and he gets his own rebound with the
Hey,
reverse
there he
layup.
Couldn't get the free throws to cooperate, but he got the layup in. And great play there by Jalen Oliver.
Oh, the steal.
Ball is stolen by the Redhawks. Knife through traffic. Shoot, score. Lay it up and in.
Tyler Revington, Weather. I'm going to go with Tyler Wethington for that gentleman.
Oh, okay. Well, the Richmond Redhawks have taken a lead, 31-30, 1:59 left in the first half. And Natalie, let's throw it to commercials. City, Indiana, coming out of the timeout. Just under 2 minutes left in the first half. We've had a running clock so far, except for timeouts, of course. So we'll see if that continues all the way to halftime. Lots of footsteps
Yeah.
there by Julian
was,
Short, but
he was tippy-tapping his way to the hoop on that one.
Jabril Reed, the blind referee, apparently didn't see it and didn't call it.
He's like, it's a pro. Yeah, we'll call him a pro, so he gets 30 steps.
Kip Filbrin with the bucket there for Richmond. Richmond hangs on to their 1 point, or regains their 1 point lead.
Oh.
Nice block there. Pass down.
Oh, nice.
Over to Preston Hunter, up and in for
Preston
two.
Hunter. Yeah,
that was Jalen Oliver with the steal.
Hell of a feed by
Jalen
Jalen Oliver.
Block, sorry.
The assist.
Yes. Here comes Ethan Hinton.
Oh.
No.
Logan Hinton's younger brother.
Yep. And he gets fouled. I believe Ethan will go to the line and shoot two. Shot is up. Shot is good.
Yeah, he's racking them up. He's got to be well in the double digits.
Yeah, I would guess
15
him to
by
be,
now.
I would guess him to be the leading scorer for the Pioneers at this point.
Oh,
and wow, what a
they
sweet
didn't hit
shot!
the rim on either one of those.
No, he
Somebody
shoots
Somebody picked that boy up.
as well as his brother, because I think Logan might be watching. So
yeah,
you're better, Logan.
Logan would have blocked that free throw.
That's right. Shot is up. No.
Sharp
Rebounded
Thomas.
by the Pioneers, however. Dre Hall with it underneath to Ethan. Kicks it out to a teammate. He's going to try to drive it in. It's not going to go well. Shot is up. Shot is good.
I tell you, the Pershing Pioneers have got some speed on that team.
That was a three-pointer. 37-35, Pershing in the lead. Under 30 seconds left in the first half. Did we ever figure out who the mystery 42 is, Jim, for yellow?
Yeah, that's Tyler Wethington.
All right. So that means 24 is Robert White.
Yes.
All right.
I guessed correctly.
Mystery solved. Ball is stolen and then almost stolen back.
Oh, he's going to go for three.
Shot is up. No, just a little bit short. Ball comes right back to him. Shot is up.
Deshard Thomas.
Beats the buzzer. Hits the three.
Did you catch that, Natalie? Play it back. Play that one back. All right. We got an instant replay at the end of the
on
half.
that one.
He gets his own board.
Was that Deshard Thomas?
It was Deshard Thomas. Boy, he had about 3 ticks.
Nice.
3 ticks left on the clock.
Gets the buzzer beater. They only award him 2 points. I thought it was a three-pointer, but I'm a blind old man.
Oh, they gave him 2 on that?
Yeah.
What?
I know. I think it was Jabril. All right, we're in halftime. We have no clue how long halftime is.
Hit the commercials. It might only be for 20 seconds.
That's right. Pershing Pioneers up on the Richmond Redhawks, 39-35 at halftime in Game 1 of the WWBA Championship Series. Welcome back to Cambridge City, Indiana. We are in Western Wayne Elementary School, counting down the last minute of the 4-minute-long halftime here in the WWBA Winter League Championship Series, Game 1. And the Pershing Pioneers currently lead over the Richmond Redhawks by a score of 39-35. We've had a couple of late arrivals for the Pershing Pioneers. Connor Walzer is one of them. Dylan Asher was actually here the whole time. That was the fella that Jim saw warm up, but didn't think he was playing. I guess a couple of them forgot their jerseys, so they're switching jerseys.
Well, no, I got from Dylan that the league handles the jerseys,
right? And
then they hand them out at the game. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, at any rate,
it's a unique situation. I like the way he did that.
Yeah. They have to have a uniform on to play, and so we may see the same number being worn by different people, as if this wasn't challenging enough for us.
Yeah. No, that's all right. It's a lot less challenging than when guys come in T-shirts and shorts, and
that's true.
Everybody's wearing a different color. And
yep, and we have no names.
Was this guy here in the first half?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Dylan McCullum was great, provided us rosters in advance so we could get those prepared. And we're underway in the second half. Best of 3 series. We're playing 2 games tonight.
Oh, he gets the roll.
And Dre Hall with the nice shot there.
Oh. Yeah, Ethan Hinton almost forgot Dre Hall is fast. Not tall. Not tall, but fast.
Shot is up. Shot is no good. That was David Swafford trying to get that thing to go. Will not cooperate with him.
Deshar Thomas with the rebound.
Here comes Ethan Hinton. No, won't go.
I like the way Ethan Hinton, he's not afraid to take it to the hoop.
No.
He will drive, and he's going to shoot 2. Okay, they are going to shoot 2. The call in the first half must have been on the floor.
David Swafford called for the foul. He doesn't like it. He says, "You're the worst referee ever, Jabril." We have to agree with him.
Yeah. Jabril just smiles at him and says, "Come on, man."
Yeah.
Really?
And all of a sudden, David's not mad anymore. How can you be mad at a guy who smiles like that? Ethan's first shot is up and good. Second shot up. Second shot good. And Pershing has opened up an 8-point lead here early in the second half. 20-minute halves, running clock.
Oh, and he gets
and
I believe that might have been a double dribble down at that end, but he cleans it up, and that was
Kip can't get it to go in, but Tyler Wethington cleans it up. Once again, we have solved the mystery of Tyler Wethington and Robert White. Robert is number 24. Tyler is number 42.
So no more Robert White, Tyler Wethington.
That's right. Shot won't go. Rebounded by Richmond.
That
Wethington, no, won't go.
That was a travel when he hopped like that.
Rebound.
But you know what?
By Julian Short.
Let the fellas play.
That's right. Substitution here for Richmond. That is Preston Hunter coming in. David Swafford's going to get a swig of water. And we're underway. Inbound pass goes to Preston. And he's thinking about a 3, but decides, maybe not right now. Fires it up from a different spot.
Oh,
Got
nice.
it. He knew it, too.
Preston
as soon as
Hunter.
it came off his hand, he started backpedaling to play defense. He knew he had that one.
I got it.
Dre Hall.
Oh, good.
His bounce pass gets picked off by Wethington.
To thread the needle.
And we have a crash and burn down underneath the hoop.
Oh, I think he might have.
That is
that's
Preston, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Preston.
Preston bounces back up. He's much younger than I am. I would have broken 3 hips on that one.
He's still pliable.
That's right.
Soft spot hasn't
so
together yet.
Richmond has knocked that lead down to 43-40.
Holy cow, he is fast. Dre Hall is.
Yes, he is.
It's like a gnat going back and forth at a picnic.
Passing it around are the Pershing Pioneers, and shot is up, no good. A 3-point attempt by Julian Short.
He's going to take a 3 down here.
And he hits it. That was Kip Philbrun with the 3-pointer there from far, far away.
Yeah, he hasn't taken too many shots in this game yet.
3-pointer the other way doesn't go for Deshar Thomas. Kip.
Here's Robert White.
Robert White.
Oh.
No. Was that that was Tyler Wethington with the rebound. Over to Kip. Over to Robert. No shot clock.
Jalen
Oliver out to Kip. Kip hits a three-pointer.
Kip Filburn, 2 in a row.
Kip Filburn is on fuego. And looky there, Richmond has erased an 8-point deficit, taking a 2-point lead. We have a timeout on the floor, it appears. And so we'll throw it to commercial real quick and be back. Welcome back, Cambridge City, Indiana. The scorekeeper was a little slow on the third point, so Richmond actually has a 3-point lead. So Richmond on a 9-0 run right now, or a 11-0 run. Math is hard. Came back from 8 down. They're up by 3. And let's see if Pershing Pioneers can get the momentum back. Tyler Wethington is making life difficult.
Wow.
Shot is up. Shot is good.
Ethan Hinton is just.
Ethan Hinton.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, goodness. There's a foul.
Oh, he's going to call it a charge. He's going to call that a charge. Picked up the charge. Yeah, that's
they've got
Julian Short. Yeah, I got some Julian Short on the floor.
That's right. I don't know if it was slobber or sweat, because that was a pretty good collision there.
That's more than just a wet wipe to clean that one up.
Yep. So, ball will go over to the Pershing Pioneers, 46-45. Richmond in the lead by 1. Ethan Hinton slowly bringing it up the floor.
Yeah, these are two very well-matched teams, both of them playing man-to-man.
Julian Short with it. He needs some help. No, he's just going to shoot it himself. Won't go. Is that Tyler Wethington? Yes,
yeah.
It is. He gets the rebound and brings it the other way for the boys in yellow. Shot is up. No good.
A little too much arc.
Rebounded by Short.
Robert White with that shot.
Here comes Dre Hall. And he fires up a 3. Got it.
Oh, look
Nothing
out.
but net. Not only is Dre Hall a sprinter, he is a marksman from long range. Pershing back up by 2.
Oh,
Robert White with the bucket.
To White.
And the feed, after the feed from Tyler Wethington, we've got a man down under the hoop. So, Natalie, let's throw it to commercial and give him a chance to recover. We're back. It appears Julian Short has survived his injuries, and he's going to get a squirt of Gatorade on the sideline.
Rub a little dirt on it, young man.
That's right. Collect his marbles. And here we go. Pershing with the ball. Dre Hall bringing it up the floor. Passes it over to Ethan Hinton. Ethan sees an opening. That's a big old foul.
That is a foul.
I believe that was a strategic foul there.
I tell you, Ethan Hinton is a driving fool. He takes it to the hoop all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very rare skill anymore. You don't see anybody that drives to the hoop all the time anymore. But that's how you pick up fouls, or get easy buckets.
Yep.
And that's his 3rd free throw, and he hasn't hit the rim once.
I don't believe he has. I don't recall. That's more than his 3rd.
And now I'll jinx him.
Nope.
Oh, nope. Nope.
Ethan says, look here, old man, you can't jinx me.
Yeah, really.
So, 50-48, Pershing in the lead. Kip Filburn with it. ball comes loose.
Pilburn with the
Reeled in by Ethan Hinton. Nice spin move
little
there.
dazzling, yeah.
And ball comes loose. Ethan reels it in, passing it around. Dre Hall with it. Over to Shackelford. Back to Dre. Oh! Reverse
he
layup
almost got
won't
that
go.
too.
He
Kick it
crashes
back
into
out.
Jabril. 3-point shot up.
Brenton
Three-point
Payne.
shot is good.
Brandon Payne with the 3.
Payne inflicts some pain from the 3-point line.
How'd you come up with that?
I don't know. I'm clever like that.
Okay.
Weatherford with the shot. Up and
he's
in
gonna-
for 2.
He's going to shoot
three,
his own 3.
sorry.
Yeah, he's going to shoot his own 3.
Thought I saw his foot hit the line, but the referee said no. And here come the men in green.
Oh, Deshar
Pershing up
Thomas is going to do
53.
some dribbling, and they're going
51.
to catch. Yeah, that's going to be on Preston Hunter. All right, we got Jalen Oliver coming in for Kip Philbrin.
All right. Just under 12 minutes left on the running clock in the second half. It's been a very close game. 3-pointer by Hinton up, no good. Rebounded by Shackelford. Shackelford gets the ball knocked out of his hands. And it
Yeah,
a
he
little
was trying-
bit more of foul than Preston
Yeah.
Hunter really liked
Well,
there.
Brenton Payne didn't want Hunter to go into the scorer's table over there, so he's trying to hold him up, and so he doesn't go sliding. Yeah, I think he kind of took that wrong.
Oh, okay.
There was no malice on Brenton Payne's part.
All right, Jalen Oliver with it. Looks around, passes it over to Weatherford.
Up the middle.
Underneath. Shot is up. Shot is good. That was, who was that? Oh, that was Malachi Short.
Malachi Short, okay.
All tied up. 11 minutes left. Dre Hall puts up a 3.
No,
Does
doesn't
not
get the
go.
bounce.
Scrum for the rebound.
Ah,
Shackelford tries to bounce it off of Wethington, but misses him. Ball goes out of bounds
yeah,
over to Richmond.
behind the back and whiffed.
Medium size 55 brings it up the floor, does George Pennington. 3-pointer there by Preston. Up.
Oh! That spin coming off of there.
Rolled around the inside of the rim, spit out the top somehow, defied all laws of physics, and we've got a whistle on the floor.
Got a foul. I believe that was going to be over the back on Brenton Payne.
All right.
Is what I'm going to guess, and so we're going to have
Malachi Short
go
is
to
at
the line.
His first shot is up, a little bit short.
Ooh.
All tied up, 53-53. Clock keeps ticking. We hit the 10-minute mark. We're
Yeah.
halfway through the second half. All right, we've got a substitution. Connor Walzer coming in now. Believe he's giving Brenton Payne a break. Second shot is up and good for Malachi Short.
And we have not seen Connor Walzer yet, so he's got fresh
Yep.
legs.
Yep. And he is indeed wearing the 2 of Brenton Payne is Connor Walzer.
Off his foot. Ball goes over to Richmond.
Preston inbounds to Malachi. And here come the Redhawks. Redhawks holding a 1-point lead right now. It's been a back-and-forth game.
He wants to make a move.
Yep.
Wethington.
Shot is up. Shot is
Strong
good by
move.
Tyler
Good move.
Wethington.
I like the way both of these teams, they're not just sitting out there shooting threes. They're going
No.
to the hoop strong and
Yeah.
trying to get some 2 points adds up. I mean, these guys are really playing hard.
Dre Hall draws the foul. They call it on the floor.
Yeah, Preston Hunter can't believe the call
Yeah.
that Jabril Reed just put on it.
Yeah. I have never fouled anybody
That
in
is-
my life,
That is
says
atrocious.
Preston. Yeah. I don't know who you think you are, Jabril, but
Yeah. Depending on what league you're in, try to talk him out of it.
that's right.
Works every time.
Ball gets knocked free. Reeled in
Jalen
by
Oliver.
Richmond. Here comes Jalen.
Oh, Jalen Oliver. That looked like. Oh, they're going to call
They're
a
going to
block.
call on.
Dre Hall.
Oh.
I think that.
So Dre Hall throws his body out, his, I don't know, 4'2" body out, gets blasted and and gets called for the foul.
It depends on where his feet were set and. I don't know if he's 4'2", but he's not a tall. He's not a tall fella.
He looks 4'2" compared to these other guys out
here.
here.
He is fast as hell.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't say too much about him
Yeah.
because he will catch me before I even set my headset down.
I dare you to call him short, and then give you about a 20-minute head start in your car, and he'll still catch up to you.
Probably so. Foul is called on the floor. Ball will stay with Pershing. 56-53, Richmond in the lead in the first game of this best-of-3 series.
Oh, yep, that's a swipe by Malachi.
Yep.
Yeah, that was he got arm on that.
Deshaun Thomas will go to the charity stripe and shoot 2. 7 minutes left in the second half.
You got it, Jabril. Don't even apologize for calls. It's all judgment anyway.
First shot up and good by Thomas.
Just don't let your superiority of officiating get to your head. But, yeah.
Right, because, we've seen Jabril do that so much.
Yeah.
Malachi Short getting a breather. David Swafford coming in for the Richmond Redhawks. And the second shot goes down as well. So we have a 1-point contest. Richmond with the lead and the ball. Weathington shoots, scores!
These guys are hitting a lot of those inside shots. Usually guys will tense up and, you bounce around on those short ones. But no, a lot of stuff is going down in this game.
Dre Hall with it. Calls a play. And fires up a 3. Got it!
Oh, Dre Hall.
Wow, Dre Hall. That's at least his third three-pointer that I can recall. Yeah. And guess what? We're all tied up.
Again.
We dip under the 6-minute mark left in the second half.
They said this was going to be a close one.
Who is going to win game 1 in the best of 3?
And once again, game 2 comes right after this one.
That's right. Ball gets knocked away, goes out of bounds. What's the call?
That should be Richmond ball. Yeah.
Okay.
The Redhawks with the ball.
All right. Inbound pass over to David Swafford. And big 55. George Pennington is weighing his options. Says, you go over here. I'm going to throw it to you. It didn't work well.
Yeah, bad thing is that the other team's got Ellett Shackelford, who's a good 6-foot-something.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Ellett needs some help. Takes a blow to the face. Nothing called.
Does he have another one in it?
Dre needs some room because David Swafford is rather tall. Gets around David. Nice juke move there. Puts up a shot.
Yeah.
Doesn't go, but that is because he was fouled by Jalen Oliver.
Yeah, Dre Hall says if I can't shoot over you, I'll just go around you.
That's right.
No skin off my back.
Yeah, David Swafford said it. There was a defender right in front of me a second ago. I don't know what happened. Now he's gone.
Holy cow. I thought maybe I'll get my glasses.
Dre's first free throw up and good. We got Kip Filbrin returning to the contest, giving David Swafford a break.
David didn't want to come off the court.
He
hadn't been on very long.
No. Maybe they're saving him for the second game.
Okay.
I don't know. But
that might be.
He was not happy. He didn't want to come out. Big 55. George Pennington with it. Throws it over to Kip. And we got a whistle on the floor.
Got a foul on Connor Walzer.
And it's called on the floor. Yep. So Richmond will retain possession. Pennington with it. Fires up a 3. Got it! Off the glass, in for 3.
By
Big 55, George Pennington. Richmond back out in front, 61-60. Three-pointer by Pershing. Up, no good. That was Deshaun Thomas, with whom the three-pointer did not cooperate. Ball is kicked and then goes out of bounds, so we'll see what the ultimate call is.
Going to go back to the Redhawks.
Going to go to the Redhawks, indeed. So Robert White is going to inbound. Robert into Wethington. Wethington looking for some room. Whoa, Dre Hall almost steals it. Here comes Tyler Wethington. Nope, kicks it out to Big 55, who's a little bit short on that, but Wethington with a nice rebound. Back out to George. George fires up a three, a little too much mustard on that one. Another rebound.
And another
by
foul
Kip.
on Connor Walser.
And Kip, I believe, will go to the line and shoot 2.
I do believe so.
And running clock is approaching 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second half.
And it is 61 to 60.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, 60,
yeah, it is 61.
61-60. 2.5 minutes left in this contest, and we're going to throw it to commercial during this quick break. Welcome back to Cambridge City, Indiana, Western Wayne Elementary School for the final 2.5 minutes of the first of 2 contests tonight between the Pershing Pioneers and the Richmond Redhawks. Richmond in yellow, Pershing in green, and Kip Filbrin for Richmond just sunk his first free throw to make it 62-60. And he hits his second one to make it 63-60.
Yeah, and there is an unfortunate light bulb out on the scoreboard that makes it look like 53-60, but it is 63-60.
It is. Pershing has led for, I would say, most of this game, but Richmond has not been far behind and has occasionally slipped out to a quick lead. And
Ethan Hinton looking for a pick, but picks up the gets the foul on, I want to say that was Robert White that was guarding him at the time.
We still have 2.5 minutes left in the second half. Okay, now the clock starts. All right. Got a bonus play here in the coverage.
Might as well.
Ethan Hinton is fouled. That's Kip Filbrin is called for the infraction by Jabril Reed, the referee. Pershing with it. Deshar Thomas inbounds to Dre Hall. And here we go. Dre fires up a three. No.
Couldn't get that one.
Battle for the rebound. Robert White comes up with it for the Richmond Redhawks. He gives it off to Tyler Wethington. Tyler is content with running some time off the clock with his squad up by 3.
With there being no shot clock. Okay. Here
Shot
comes Dre.
won't go. Dre is fouled by Robert White. That will probably be on the floor. And we have a stoppage in play.
Yep.
63-60, Richmond Redhawks in the lead.
Yeah, Dre Hall is probably one of the few guys that takes 30 steps from half court to make a layup and hasn't traveled.
Yeah.
Just feet moving so fast. He's
Dre's going to the line to shoot. I didn't think he was anywhere close to being in the shooting motion. But
do they have a bonus of some
possibly.
kind? Or maybe, I'm not sure if high school rules last 2 minutes, maybe.
That could be. It's been a week or two since I've been in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, fellas. We didn't think there were going to be any. There you go. Sinks both of them.
Got them both.
Down by 1.
Pershing within 1, 63-62. Just over a minute and a half left.
Going to play some tough defense.
Tyler Wethington, he draws the foul from Dre Hall.
I tell you, if you want to, they want the Redhawks want a timeout on that one. Yeah, if you want a defender on the guard bringing the ball up the floor, Dre Hall is your man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's amazingly fast. All right, well, we take a break in the action. We're going to take a break, go to commercial, and we'll see you in a few. back to Cambridge City, Indiana. It looks like Tyler Wethington is going to the line to shoot. 1:31 left in game one. Brought to you by Larry Scott Research.
Yeah, this has been a fun game.
Yeah, it has.
Even though this one hasn't closed up just yet, I'm excited for the second game.
Yeah.
This one's going to come down to a nail biter at the end.
Absolutely. Lane violation was called against Deshar Thomas. And so I don't know what that means. Well, I know what a lane violation is, but
yeah, they would have taken the. Well, Deshar Thomas isn't out there. Who was the?
Yeah, he is. He's wearing number 0 for Pershing. Shot is up, no good.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, they gave him an extra. I was thinking he was on the Redhawks.
Okay.
But anyway, it's past my bedtime.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. No, I was looking at Jalen Oliver on the Redhawks.
Oh.
We're doing good.
Good. Doing good, Dre.
You are one fast man.
Jalen's first shot
He said,
won't go.
Tell me something I don't know.
Scrum for the rebound. Tyler Wethington reels it in.
They're going to try to kill this clock as much as they can.
Richmond up by 1. 1:13 left as he draws the foul from Dre Hall. So I believe they're shooting 1-and-1s here. So there's.
Would it be a 1-and-1? And I'm assuming it's got something to do with 2 minutes left. I don't have, not that it's real critical from our perspective,
right,
but for the fans at home. High school rules, and you probably do know them better than we do.
Yeah. Malachi Short hits his first one.
But, yeah, I would assume in the last couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, it would be a 1-and-1 on a foul, just so you don't have to go through all the painstaking work of fouling 5 times to get into the bonus.
Yeah.
And
second shot won't go. Rebounded by Jalen Oliver, however. And that's a big one. That'll burn more clock.
That will burn more clock. Still only up by 2, though.
Foul is called. Richmond in the lead, 64-62 against the Pershing Pioneers.
Yep, Jabril Reed says 1-and-1.
All right.
And they're ready to go.
So Jalen Oliver will try this for a second time. First shot is up. No good.
Oh, short.
Rebounded either by, it
They
was
just
Shackelford.
cannot seal it. Okay.
So, foul is called the other direction. I think it was on the floor.
I
Well-
think he was supposed to get 2 shots, and they only gave him 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
he's beyond the 1-and-1 now.
Okay, I was looking at
Okay.
maybe they're in the bonus now, but you get a 1-and-1 until you get to the bonus. I don't know. I'm making stuff up as we go.
Yeah, I don't know. We're used to the ABA, folks, where what is
We
it?
would have had.
Deuces are wild.
Yeah, we'd be in the second. Yeah, we'd be in the second quarter by now. Deuces are wild, and there's been 4 technicals called, 3 people kicked out, and
Red
somebody's-
light has come on. Yep.
yeah, red light came on. And the cops are getting closer and closer to the floor. No, I'm just kidding.
1 tick beyond a minute left. 65-62. Richmond in the lead. Richmond in yellow. Pershing in green. And it appears that Deshar Thomas is going to go to the line.
This
And
is an interesting development.
Yeah.
Dre Hall is in the middle block.
Oh, yes, he is.
Huh. Ready for a rebound.
And Deshar's
Right.
shot is up and good.
Doesn't matter how tall you are as long as you can box out.
Yep. Within a 2-pointer.
Dylan, the
And-
announcer, calls 1 minute left in the game.
Boom.
Oh,
Got
2 shots.
Got it.
64, 65. Within 1.
Yep. Richmond, Kip over to Tyler. Back to, that's
Okay.
Jalen Oliver.
That is Jalen Oliver.
And he pushes the lead back out to 3. Under a minute left. Dre Thomas shoots. No. Or, sorry, Dre Hall shoots. Won't go. He probably wished I would have just left it to Dre Thomas.
Well,
foul on the floor. Was Dre called for the foul? Sure was.
I think he was. He's trying to save
right.
as much time as he can.
Jalen Oliver fires up a free throw and gets
got
it.
that one.
Woo! It was dancing around there.
Yeah, he's getting the yips on the free throw line. Hopefully he's not.
Yeah. 44.6
no pressure.
seconds left.
No pressure.
Now a two-possession game.
Oh.
Second shot won't go. Rebounded by Shackelford. And Pershing is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, probably a short timeout.
Probably. We'll leave it here. 43.8 seconds left. Richmond Redhawks are looking to take a 1-0 lead in this series, and if they win the second game tonight, they are the Winter League champions.
However, this game is not over just yet.
There's still most of 44 ticks left, and Pershing is a great team as we've seen them lead for most of the game until these final few minutes when Richmond took a lead and is not giving it up. So if you're Pershing, Jim, what are you talking about over there on the sideline?
Oh, you're talking about how are we going to score 4 points real quick, possibly 6, because they're shooting free throws down at this other end.
Yeah.
Who's going to guard who? We need some speed. Do we foul right away? Go for the steal?
Right.
I would say at this point you probably would be better off going for the steal rather than fouling because it appears that they're automatically shooting 2 from this point on. So go for the steal. I mean, you guys are quick. The Redhawks are not necessarily perfect with the ball handling. So, go for the steal and see what happens. So you give the ball to Dre to shoot a 3, or do you give it to Ethan to drive it in for 2? At this point, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd shoot a 3. Ethan Hinton with it. No, kicks it out to Dre, and almost an over and back, but fortunately, Dre is quick as can be and reeled it in. Back to Ethan. Ethan fires up a shot. I believe Tyler got a hand on it because it certainly changed trajectory, and we've got a whistle on the floor. Whoa. Okay. Timeout on the play. Okay, so I think big 55. Yeah. George Pennington got the board, and did he call a timeout on that? Was that George Pennington? No, that was Robert White. Okay, I was too busy watching the Jabril get chewed out back here for not calling the foul on the three-pointer. I don't know where George went. Oh, God, Lord, he's standing right in front of the table. Okay. He was hiding in plain sight. Oh, there he is. Yeah. There's big 55, yeah, I think George Pennington. He went walking with the ball. Or no, he didn't. He wasn't walking with the ball. It was Robert White, yeah. Robert White was walking with the ball, but I guess they had called timeout. Okay. All right. So, we sort of know what might be going on. It appears it's going to be Richmond's ball. Robert White is going to inbound. Elliot Shackelford is going to defend. And they get the pass in. Malachi Short with it. Okay. He gets purposely fouled by, who's that, Shackelford over there? Yep, Shackelford with the foul. Starting to get fairly decent at remembering names. Kip Philbrin telling the guys, remember, we're still playing a game. Right. Lock in. 24.4 seconds left. Richmond up by 4. Malachi Short is going to try to stretch it to 6. And his first shot is up, and it's good. Oh. That guy's still having fun. A couple of guys horsing around with each other. I think that's, is that Julian Short? Julian down Short in the low block. Yeah. And Tyler Wethington are horsing sure doesn't around. Look like he's down by 5 in a championship game. Right. Second one goes for Malachi also. Dances around the rim, finally drops. Now you definitely need a 3. Yep. Ethan Hinton down to Dre Hall. And Kip
knocks it out of the air.
Oh,
Ball goes
boy.
out of bounds off of Dre.
He had no luck on that one.
Richmond with it. And they're going to say Dre stepped on the baseline.
Yep, going to need a quick steal, quick three, and then do it over again, and hopefully, the clock will stop probably with these last anytime.
George
he's
Pennington with
it.
it.
Just let him run out.
Yep. And down to Kip.
All
Kip
right.
throws it back out to Robert
Let's
White.
play 2.
And the Richmond Redhawks will take game 1 as time ticks down. Pershing Pioneers have succumbed.
There we go.
In the first contest,
First
70 to 64. So the Redhawks go up 1-0 in the best of 3 series. We'll see if they can finish off the Pioneers in game 2, or will we go to a game 3?
A rubber match.
At a later time. So we're not sure how long the break is in between games. We'll throw it to commercial, but stick close because we'll bring it back as soon as they're ready to go. welcome back. We've got about 30 seconds left before we start game 2 here in Cambridge City, Indiana, Western Wayne Elementary School. This will be game 2 between the Richmond Redhawks. They are in the yellow jerseys, and the Pershing Pioneers in the green jerseys. Richmond won the first game, so if they win this one, they are the Winter League champions in the WWBA.
We still have the score, or we have the icons flipped for the second game already. They still need to change the scoreboard, and there we go.
All right. So, real quick, let's throw those rosters up. For the Pioneers, we have Dre Hall, Connor Walzer, Branton Payne, Ethan Hinton, Ellett Shackelford, Sean Suttles, Deshar Thomas, Julian Short, and Dylan Asher. And then for the Richmond Redhawks, Malachi Short, George Pennington, who is Big 55.
Big 55.
Kip Philbrin, Robert White, David Swafford, Preston Hunter, Tyler Wethington, and Jalen Oliver. All right, so looks like they're moseying on out to center court here to start this one. 2 20-minute halves with a running clock. That's what we saw in the first game anyway. Can't imagine that they would change that in the second game. And in the Western Wayne Basketball Association, they play by high school rules. Dre White
right there,
giving a holler to his fans.
We couldn't see him because he was so fast.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so Branton Payne is now 12. Dre Hall is now 2.
So add a 1 and cross out a 1.
That's right, for the Pershing Pioneers.
Because that is really going to be a big deal.
Right. Tip-off didn't come out of the referee's fingers like he wanted it to, so we're going to try this again. That is Tyler Wethington out there for Richmond, and Ellett Shackelford for Pershing, 42 against 42.
Oh.
And they both missed time
we
to
got
jumps.
we got over-tossed a little bit there. Not, yeah.
We'll try this again.
There we go.
And 42 knocks it to his teammate. And Pershing comes up with it. Ethan Hinton with the ball, top of the key, guarded by Tyler Wethington. Shot is up. Shot is good.
And Ethan Hinton is keeping up the scoring.
Yes,
madness.
he is.
Taking it to the hoop. Let's see who's got the stamina to make it through 2 games.
Well, it looks like they still have Pershing as the guests in this game, even though they're supposed to be the home team.
Huh. Well, you know what? There's one way to fix that.
Ball goes off of Julian Short's face and goes out of bounds.
There.
All right.
Finally figuring this out.
That's right.
Okay.
WWBA owner, president, CEO, czar, whatever title he holds, Dylan McCullum,
Basketball czar.
told us that the teams would switch home and away in the second game, but clearly he intentionally lied to us.
Yeah.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Long pass down the floor. Dre Hall with it. Gives it over to Ethan. Ethan needs help. Back to Dre. Dre's going to fire. No, he's going to kick it out to a teammate. Shot is up. No good. That was Branton Payne trying the three-pointer, and it does not go in his favor.
He's just checking the wind.
That's right.
We'll excuse him on
Yeah,
that.
I don't have a windsock in here. I don't know until I put up a shot. Yeah.
I got caught in the sun. couldn't see.
Drive to the hoop
Good drive
there
by
by Malachi
Malachi.
Short. Will not go, however, and it's still 2-0 Pershing. Make that 4-0 Pershing, and Ethan draws the foul.
Take it to the hoop strong, young man.
So,
Yeah, he's tough. You can just tell by looking at him.
Oh, yeah. Ethan Hinton, we mentioned it earlier, is the brother of Logan Hinton, who Jim and I are familiar with through the Indiana Legends. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe Ethan should make the short trip up to Newcastle
That's
and
exactly what I was thinking.
try out for one of those purple and yellow jerseys of the Legends.
Well, we'll see what, he may be in college or.
Well, that could be.
And we know Logan went into the military. So,
Yep.
Commend him for his service.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Logan. So, yeah, if Ethan, I guess, is available to play, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
Then certainly would hope he would make his way up to Newcastle and try to add another Hinton name to the Legends.
Yeah, it is a big commitment, and you know, get practices during the week and ball games just about every weekend, and
Yep.
yeah, you're not going to be able to make a living off of it.
I hear a couple old fat guys from west side of Indianapolis are going to be calling Legends games this summer or this winter and spring.
Who dat?
So we are super excited. Indiana Legends owned by
calling
Holly
me
Poe, and they
fat?
play their home games
Is it my face?
in Newcastle, which
My
is
shorts
not far from here.
Make my butt look big? I'm offended. Oh, Shackelford.
So Jalen
Oh.
Oliver gets Richmond on the board. They're
Shackelford sends it off of Weatherford's face.
Weatherford seems to have a concrete head or no feelings in his face. Or
Wethington.
something.
Wethington.
So
My bad. I keep wanting to put an R in his name. It is Indiana, so it's
that's right.
Warsher, Wetherington.
Ethan Hinton from the free throw line shoots, won't go. Rebounded by Wetherington.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Malachi, he'll shoot, won't go. Ball is swatted around, reeled in by David Swafford. Fired up by Preston Hunter, and he
Preston
hits
Hunter
it.
with 3.
We're all tied up after Preston Hunter hits it from way downtown. Dre Hall, Shackelford, does not go.
Oh. Okay, who's still got legs for this game?
Yeah.
I don't see this one being as high scoring.
Jalen Oliver, long pass over to Preston, back over to David.
Good drive, David.
David's going to
Good
drive to the hoop, shoot and score. 2 points
Just
for
get out of
David
my
Swafford.
way, little whippersnapper.
Timeout on the floor.
Timeout.
Richmond has roared back from being down 4-0 to take a 6-4 lead, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Game 2 of the Western Wayne Basketball Association Championship Series. Best of 3, goodness, Game 2. And this broadcast is brought to you by Larry Scott Research. Ethan Hinton drives to the basket,
Hinton.
shoots, won't go.
I am impressed with his toughness.
Oh, yeah.
And that was on Wethington.
I don't think you put enough R's in that.
Wetherington.
Wetherington. WWBA fans are like, these guys are idiots. Don't bring them back.
Yeah.
Ethan's
do.
first shot, up and good. Ethan's second shot, nothing but net.
Got
Every-
Julian Short down here covering Malachi Short real close.
So Pershing ties it back up off of the beautiful shots by Ethan Hinton. David shoots, won't go. Whistle
David
on the
almost.
floor, and David Swafford may be going to the line. Yeah, we've seen Ethan Hinton shoot, I don't know, 12, 15 free throws, and has yet to hit the rim or the backboard.
Yeah, that's because they all nothing but net.
Yep. David's first shot up, a little bit
David,
long.
off the back of the iron.
We have dipped under 14 minutes left in the first half with the running clock. And David Swafford will try this again. He shoots a little bit. Inside, it does not fall.
Everybody was leaning
Wow.
to the left, just a
Trey
hair.
Hall turns on the Jets. Kicks it over to Brandon Payne.
Branton is off
And
just a hair.
Payne can't get it to go.
Preston
Preston Hunter layup up and in for 2 for Richmond. Here comes Pershing. Ethan Hinton specifically. He's trying to get around Wethington. Runs into David.
There you go. Clears it out for a
Kicks out
three-pointer.
to Julian
Oh,
Short.
gotta make that.
Nice job by Shackelford knocking that rebound out to Dre Hall. There's Ethan, and his three-pointers
Ethan
look like his
Hinton.
free throws. Nothing but net for Ethan Hinton. Tyler Wethington
Little hesitation.
shoots. Got it.
He did get it.
Yeah. Kind of had a strange aura about it. I wasn't sure it was going to go, but it dropped.
We've got a new official in this game. I'm not sure what this young man's name is, but Jabril Reed is.
Oh, yeah. He went home.
He must have gone home. So thank you for your time. And
Yeah.
officiating the first game. I'm sure he's probably going to go home, curl up in the corner, and cry after these guys yelled at him for all those stupid calls. So we've got another guy in here that's ready to take the brunt of anger.
Except we don't know him, so it's not as
No,
fun.
we don't. It's not as fun. Not as fun.
First shot up and good from Branton Payne. Second shot up and good from Branton Payne.
Yeah, that
so
was a sweet, smooth stroke.
Pershing back out in front, 11-10. Kip over to Tyler Wethington.
Oh,
throws
that
it across
was-
to David Swafford. David fires up a three-pointer, won't go.
Oh,
Nice rebound there
yeah,
by
he needed to put
Wethington.
that back up. You're going to give it to the short guy down low in the blocks.
Wethington
short.
with the three-pointer. And it's rebounded by Payne. Payne brings it up. Navigates
Oh.
traffic and rolls it in.
That was not pretty, but it
Yeah.
was functional.
About an hour and a
He
half
got it.
after it left his hand, it
Yeah.
finally went down after rolling around the inside of the rim. Here comes Tyler Wethington. He shoots, he scores.
Makes himself a little room.
Oh,
Pulls
look,
a-
Jim, it's going to be a close game, huh?
Well, yeah, I think right at the end of the last game was about the biggest deficit that Pershing had.
Yeah. Ellett Shackelford needs help. Kicks it out to Julian Short. Gives it to Dre Hall. Here comes Dre.
Oh, Dre.
Shot is up. No, won't
Ooh.
go. Rebounded by David Swafford. Long pass down. Almost picked off
Shackelford
by
just
Ellett
out of his-
Shackelford. And Preston Hunter
with the
lays it up
high
and
end.
in.
Yeah, I see a lot of tired legs out there.
Branton Payne with it. Setting things up. Kicks it out to Ethan. No, won't go. A little bit short. Kip reels it in for
And Kip will take it.
Richmond, and Kip's layup won't go. Kip Philbrin, that is.
Just a hair short. Oh,
Branton Payne.
Brandon
He's going
Payne's
to
gonna
take it
take it all
coast
the
to
way.
coast.
That's 2 in a row. He took coast to coast.
Lays it up and in. Comes Tyler Wethington. He'll shoot. He'll score. So, back and forth we go. Richmond back out in front, 16-15. After Pershing took what looked like an insurmountable 15-14 lead.
No coming back from that.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
there's a steal.
steal there.
Preston
by
Hunter.
Preston.
Oh, takes on the big man. Couldn't get it, but he
And-
gets the foul.
Whistle on the floor. Foul will be against Ellett Shackelford for Pershing.
Looks like
David Swafford
David
maybe.
Swafford going to take that one.
Oh,
He said, let these guys play. I'll take that foul.
well, I couldn't have been against him because Preston's about to shoot.
Either that or that's a signal that he wants to come out.
Oh, now I see.
That used to be our signal, too.
I see George.
Hold a hand up
Pennington.
in the air and
Yeah.
somebody will spell you. But nope.
Shot is up. Shot is good from Preston. All right, substitution. David Swafford does indeed get a score to Gatorade. Was that Robert White?
Robert White
Comes
coming
into
back
the
in.
game. And was that the only substitution?
No. We have not seen this gentleman yet.
Wethington, where'd he go? Oh, he's up in the stands talking to a pretty young lady. I don't blame him.
Probably his mom.
Yeah, I know. Everybody looks young to us.
Yeah.
Plus, we're blind as hell. So
No, we have not seen.
Preston lays it up and in for two for the Richmond Redhawks.
No, I think that's a girlfriend up there.
Okay.
girlfriend, wife, maybe. We don't know how old these guys are, but they all look a hell of a lot younger than we do.
Yeah, no kidding. I think Malachi Short may have come in for Wethington.
He's been in the game.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Well, then I give up. I've lost track. Oh,
Wow.
I know who
There
came
you
in.
go.
George Pennington came in also
Skip
with Robert
Philbrook.
White. Okay.
That's who we hadn't seen.
Yeah. So we got a timeout on the floor. 8:07 left in the first half.
Sean Suttles is also in the game for the first time.
Richmond up 22-15. And we'll keep it here.
Yeah, I just think that Pershing needs to be careful because I didn't see Malachi Short show up in a car. He walked out of a cornfield, and I have not seen him near any adults during this game. So, Malachi, there's something going on there.
Is he a child of the corn?
Children of the corn. That is, you don't hear too many Malachis anymore, and I don't know how many people get that reference, and they probably think I'm just an idiot.
Yeah. Stephen who?
Either that or somebody's laughing their ass off.
That's right. All right, back in action after the timeout. Pershing going to inbound. It happens, and here we go. Ethan Hinton with it. No.
Oh, yep,
I
get a reach and
believe
foul on
Kip Philbrin.
Yeah, Kip saying that he was pushing off. But I think that was more of a reach in than a push off.
Connor Walzer inbounds to Ethan Hinton. Back to Connor. Oh.
Oh,
And
he got off his feet and then he lost it.
Yep. Layup up, no good.
No harm, no foul.
Yep.
Because Deshart Thomas comes up with it.
3-point up, no good. Oh, Connor there for the rebound and the
There you go,
putback. Connor Walzer scores 2 for the boys in green. Here comes above average
cross-court
size
pass.
55. Across to a teammate.
Robert White.
3-point won't go. Rebounded by Jalen Oliver. Jalen's going to put up a
Jalen's
shot.
got some.
And the left-handed shot is up and in for 2.
Jalen's got some athleticism. He skied on that one.
Here comes Pershing. Pioneers find them down.
Deshart Thomas underneath.
No,
not
not gonna do it.
Suttles over to
Back to Suggs. Underneath. Shot is
That was
up.
Julian
Shot
Short.
is good by Julian Short.
with the reverse.
So Pershing closes the gap to 5.
Deshart Thomas putting on some tough defense.
Malachi shoots, scores, draws
Picks up
the
the
foul.
foul.
So Mr. Short will go to the line to shoot the and 1. We have dipped under 6.5 minutes in the first half with a running clock. Richmond Redhawks 26, Pershing Pioneers 19. In this game 2, Richmond won the first one, so Pershing needs to win this one to stay alive and force a game 3.
If not, Richmond will be crowned the Winter League champion of the WBA.
Yeah.
WWBA.
Julian shot up and good.
Julian
Nothing
Short.
but net.
Got it.
Beautiful shot there by Julian Short.
Back to 5.
Ball gets stolen.
Hey, I
Here
guess
comes
who-
Ethan Hinton. He's going to keep it, take it all
Oh.
the way, lay it up and in.
He's smooth. You know, he really his stature doesn't give off the vibe of a basketball player, but man, he has got some moves.
Malachi's shot won't go. Is rebounded by Jalen. Now Robert's got it.
Yeah,
Robert
Wood.
White shoots
Yeah, Robert
it up
White's
and
gonna
in.
put it down.
Nice offensive boards there by the Richmond Redhawks. Ethan Hinton bringing it up the floor.
Yeah, where the Redhawks the Redhawks have spread it around, and there's Ethan Hinton again.
Yep.
The Redhawks have spread it around quite a bit on the scoring. It's 2 or 3 guys have done the majority of the scoring for Pershing.
Right. Malachi Short hits it. He's not short on that one. And he gives Richmond a 5-point lead as we dip under the 5-minute mark and counting in the first half. Ethan Hinton over to Julian Short. Passing it around are the Pioneers. Ethan's shot won't go from 3-point land.
Just get it to Ethan Hinton.
Yeah.
He'll do something with it.
Jalen Oliver gets the rebound. Kicks it over to Malachi Short, and here comes Richmond. Spin move there by Malachi. He shoots.
Oh, wow.
Kisses it off the glass. In for two. Nice play there by Malachi Short.
That was a nice play.
Deshar Thomas with it. He'll fire up a two. No, won't go. Rebounded by Jalen Oliver, who has really taken his rebounding game to a new level in this contest.
He can jump.
Yep. George.
No.
No, off the top of the backboard. That's a dead ball. It'll go over to the Pershing Pioneers. So George Pennington gets no love from the three-point gods. And Pershing now has a chance to get a little bit closer here. Ethan Hinton with it.
Yeah. Do you think the three-point gods would carry tridents?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, if it's wet enough.
That's what you talk about at the end of the second game of a championship.
That's right. Foul called.
I did not see any fingers on who that was on.
I don't know, but
It's probably a moot point anyway.
Pershing keeps it. Foul was called on the floor. Julian Short with it. Hands it off to Ethan. And we've got a collision.
That is a charge.
And nice job there
Yeah.
by Malachi Short to pick up the charge.
Yeah, if I was Ethan Hinton, I wouldn't make him mad. But he does look like he's younger than 18, so he'll be all right.
Yeah. And scrubbing up some pieces of Malachi off the floor.
Yeah.
Malachi says, I think that's my spleen. Can I have that back? And they said, no, we're playing basketball.
Oh, that really wasn't a hard charge. No, a hard charge is when you take a knee right to the chest.
Oh, yeah. Malachi shoots. No, won't go. Rebounded by Ethan Hinton.
Over to Connor Walzer. Oh, gives it up.
Ball goes over
Stolen
to
by
Richmond.
Robert White.
Here comes Robert. Kicks it out to George Pennington. George,
Oh,
no. Gets his own
55.
rebound. Here he comes.
Oh, that's how you
lays
finish.
it up and in.
That's how you finish it.
Big 5-5 with the bucket. I thought he might smash it. That would have been cool to see a slam dunk there.
We hadn't seen a slam dunk yet.
Yeah, Maybe it's
We did
against the
see,
rules.
yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't he the one with the highlight at the beginning or the end of the half of the first game? I think it was.
I don't recall. That was the first game.
Yeah, we had Were we here the first game?
I don't know.
Yeah, he had a foot out of bounds.
Yeah. George Pennington.
Could not catch up with that ball.
Yeah, a little too tall for George. And so the ball goes over to the Pershing Pioneers. 1:39 left in the first half. 35-26, Richmond in the lead.
All right, Dre. Oh, Dre Hall did change to 2 in this. It's not like we can't tell who Dre Hall is.
True. Yeah. At
Number
this
2.
point, it's not that big of a deal because I'm starting to recognize these guys by face.
A lot of these guys. A lot of these guys are recognizable.
Ethan underneath to Julian. Julian gets it blocked, but that might have been hand involved in that block from George Pennington.
Oh, that looked pretty clean over there. Big 55. He wasn't going to let him get that in.
That's weird, though. We're used to the ABA.
Oh, he wouldn't.
George
that was
just accepts
Robert White.
Oh, was it Robert White
Yeah.
who was called for the foul?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay. I thought George had a kind of a sheepish grin
He
on
walked
his
the
face.
other way. Yeah, I thought it was too.
Well, never mind that.
Okay.
I was going to make a joke, but it would be stupid now.
No, never mind.
Shot is up. Shot is no good from Julian Short. That's the only reason it would be a stupid joke.
Okay.
Because I got the wrong player who was called for the foul.
I may be wrong. I don't know. Everybody's worked their day jobs today, and it's got to be at least 2:30 in the morning.
Right. We endured Indianapolis traffic. It took us like 18 hours to get through the city.
Siri?
Yeah.
You suck.
Shot is up. No good. Here comes Pershing. And layup won't go, but Ethan draws the foul. 1:05 left in the first half. 35-26 Richmond.
I don't blame George Pennington. I don't know how many times I've seen Ethan Hinton drive to the hoop, just right past him. If I were you
just
guys,
missed his free throw. Sorry, Ethan.
I wasn't even watching. Maybe that
Oh
was,
my God,
oh,
he missed both.
two.
I double cursed him.
Nice.
I gave him the double whammy.
Holy cow. You really don't want this to go to 3 games.
No, apparently not. My subconscious.
Malachi Short with the lay-in. Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of a pull away here.
Yeah, Ethan for 3 won't go. Rebounded eventually by Malachi White, or Malachi Short after Robert White knocked it over to him. Jalen Oliver underneath to Kip.
Oh,
Kip shoots.
nice.
His reverse layup is up and good, and he draws the foul, does Kip Philbrin.
Great assist by Jalen Oliver. Yeah,
Nicely
that was a nice
done
feed.
by
Yeah,
Richmond.
good hands by Filbert.
Richmond definitely has more pep in their step at this moment in the contest.
Yeah, I was just saying. I guess it got a lot of tired faces, but you know the Pershing still got their game faces on.
Oh yeah, nobody's quitting here. 28 seconds and counting. 40-26. Richmond ended up by 14. Maybe the first double-digit lead we've seen all day.
Oh, Suttles with his first shot.
It doesn't go well. Jalen Oliver with the rebound. Jalen gonna fire up a 3. No, short. That was all net, but not inside.
Got the board.
George Pennington shoots. Got it.
Oh, he does
That
it
is
again.
3 for Richmond.
And
Long.
he's just going to throw it.
Why? Oh,
Yeah.
clock.
Because it's
Yeah.
halftime.
Yep. All right, we go to halftime. Richmond Redhawks with all the momentum, 43-26 over the Pershing Pioneers. Pershing is kind of wondering what the heck is going on here. If things hold true, we should be back in 4 minutes. That was the length of last halftime. So we'll throw it to commercial. Check back with us in about 4. Cambridge City, Indiana, in Western Wayne Elementary School, as we get ready to start the second half in Game 2 between the Richmond Redhawks and the Pershing Pioneers. Pioneers in green, Redhawks in yellow. And, boy, the wheels came off the wagon there at the end of the first half for the Pershing Pioneers as Richmond has worked their way to a 43-26 lead. However, Dre Hall told us at halftime if he hits his first shot of the second half, Pershing's going to be okay.
You know, the last time I saw a team in green with a guarantee like that was in 1960. What was that?
7? Yep. Some fella named Joe Namath.
No, it was 67, 69, I think.
Oh, was it 69?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh,
green,
yeah, 67
green and
was
white
the Packers
with a
and
guarantee
Chiefs.
that the
Oh, David Swafford opens up the scoring for Richmond with a
hits
three-pointer.
three.
All right, here's the big test. Does Dre hit his first shot?
Says if he hits his first shot down at this end, it's over.
Yeah. Well, instead he passes it to Julian. Julian over to Ethan.
Oh,
Nice block.
Ethan
no.
with the drive.
They're
We've
going to
we've
say.
seen that probably 40, 50 times tonight. He's just a driving fool.
Yep.
Yeah, he's very good. He's probably one of the.
Get a little closer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Here we go. So yeah, he's definitely one of the better athletes, better basketball players in the league. Definitely a finisher at the rim. Very efficient. Probably one of the most efficient players in the league.
How old a fella is he?
I'd have to say probably 21, maybe 22.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's probably still in school. We were wondering why he hasn't, followed in his brother's footsteps and maybe tried out for the Legends or another ABA team.
Yeah.
He's got some skills.
Yeah. So we are joined by the president, CEO, founder,
Sports coordinator.
king.
Chief jersey
Yeah.
washer.
That's right,
Chief
Dylan
jersey
McCullum
washer.
from the
Yep.
WWBA. That's
Thank you.
the third voice that you hear that you don't recognize. He's probably the only one who's making any sense at this point because we're pretty slap happy.
Yeah.
But what happened? What did you see happen at the end of the first half with Pershing?
Well, I think that it's just a lack of focus when it comes to the defensive end. I think that, and this is, I'm kind of seeing it right now too. It's the lack of motivation. I think this is where when it comes to these intramural leagues or recreational leagues, it can be very important to find somebody who can run the offense maybe as a coach. It's always good to have somebody outside with a different perspective.
Right.
That's telling you on the court what's going on. Not saying that they know everything, but it's a different perspective.
Right.
Jalen Short with a three.
Oh, David
And
hits
David-
another one. David Swafford
David
is
Swafford
on
with a three.
fuego from long range.
Yeah, we still have quite the difference in scores up on the board, so hopefully we can see a little bit out of Pershing in this second half. But
Three-pointer by
Yeah.
Branton Payne
It's gonna
does
be an
not
uphill climb.
cooperate. And Preston, that was sort of a dunk.
yeah,
Yeah, he can get up. He
He
can
might
get
have
up, yeah.
he might have a little growing to do, but
He's got a few dunks this season, so.
Yeah, we saw big 5'5" George Pennington. Thought he was going to dunk, but no, he just finger rolled it in earlier.
Yeah.
yeah, we see a lot of guys getting tired, so they're second two game
And
series.
this is really the
hard
team. The
enough.
green team is the team that I would think would not be the ones that would be getting tired. I think it's more of just a lack of motivation and kind of they're letting the scoreboard really dictate their emotions on the court.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're just throwing up threes
Exactly.
and missing a lot of them. They're driving to the hoop.
Jump ball is
Call
called,
a jump ball.
and it is awarded to Richmond.
So to give kudos to your officials today, we know we had Jabril Reed in the first game volunteered to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
he got
the
forced.
worst referee ever.
Yeah, he got forced to volunteer.
He got
Yeah.
voluntold.
We've known
Yes.
Jabril for a little while.
There's another one.
David Swafford.
oh.
Oh, my goodness! 3 for 3 from
don't-
David Swafford as he kisses it off the glass.
Do you deduct a point for him not calling that bank?
I think I heard him call back.
The bank was not open on that one.
Yeah.
Did he call bank? But your
Swafford,
officials
red
tonight.
hot.
Who do you have for officials?
All right. So our primary
Oh.
lead official is. There's a
Ooh.
good pass.
Malachi
Oh,
Short.
Malachi Short caught
Raised
up
it up
to that one.
again. Dre Hall does not get his shot to go, so I'm not sure what that says about Pershing. Long three.
Now.
Oh, well, no problem.
Okay.
Brenton Payne doesn't care where the three-point line is.
Yeah, our lead official is Ethan Hoover. He goes to Ball State. He's an architecture major in
Okay.
his 5th year. And then over here we have Javon. He is a player for the Dodgers who's ref for us before.
Very nice.
There you go.
Finished by Dre. But yeah, so Ethan's been reffing with us all season.
Oh, so he's okay. So
yes,
this wasn't
yes,
something that was
yeah.
thrust upon him.
No,
Oh, okay.
he's been a ref all year, every game. It's been wonderful. He's been a really big help with everything. Oh, there's a missed layup.
Good try.
Well, reverse layup doesn't go. Long pass down to Preston.
Yeah, it's guys like that get that help keep leagues like this running, because if you
Yeah.
don't have officials, you need that kind of stuff. Ball tipped by Dre Hall.
Malachi reels it in, though. Gets it back across center court.
He's got to have some help side defense here.
And nice
Good finish.
layup up and in for Jalen Oliver. So what do the champions of the WWA get, Dylan? Do they get like a trip
so-
to Disneyland or $1 million each?
Trip down to
no.
Speedway.
Yeah, sadly.
We'll get you a large.
Extra large
Coke.
Slurpee?
Yeah. Looks like
We've
there's
got a timeout on the floor.
Sadly, no, they don't get a trip to Disneyland, but we give them jerseys, or not jerseys, but shirts, sorry.
Nice.
For their size, and then they get individual trophies and medals. But yeah, so that's basically what we do for them.
Okay.
We
Cool.
are in the works of getting an official trophy for all, like just that we keep,
Right.
that will have the individual teams on.
Oh, that would be neat.
Yeah, like
Oh,
so it
yeah.
have like a plaque on it, kind of,
Right.
which is really interesting, and that's what a lot of leagues do, and we want to do that as well. So
Sure.
Which
yeah.
will just accumulate the winners' names
Exactly,
throughout
because we
throughout
have
the
our
year.
banners obviously around here, so they display the names of the previous teams that have won.
Those are nice, yeah.
So yeah,
And I'm sure along with winning the championship comes a lot of bragging rights. So they're
Right.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
you see
yes.
a little bit of jabbing out there with
yeah,
guys.
it's really interesting. Both of these teams have never won, so
Oh,
we
they
have
have
a lot of
not.
duplicated teams that have won. If you look at some of the banners, but
Sure.
these teams have not won.
Right.
Before, so
Okay.
this will be a first-time champion for both teams.
Okay. Yeah, we've seen that the
good.
Dublin Dodgers have been successful a few
Yeah,
times.
Dublin's probably the most prestigious team in the league. So
Okay.
This year they struggled a little bit, but they'll be fine.
Probably one of the drawbacks when guys get a little older, they tend to retire from leagues like this. And,
Yeah.
let the young guys come in and may not have as much experience.
Yeah.
Pershing was actually the team that eliminated Dublin in the playoffs in the semifinals.
Right. Yes.
So,
Dre Hall probably ran right past him.
yeah, probably. The guy is fast.
Yeah, he is.
So you said your spring league sign up, is it open now? Or?
Yes, it's going on. I would say
Okay.
right now we haven't really officially announced it, but it is open for signups. I have a few teams that have signed up already. The details are still a little foggy.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out exactly the logistics of everything, so we're still in the works of doing that. Oh, here we go. There's a
off his foot. Kicked
out of
it.
bounds, over to Richmond.
That was Brenton. What is Brenton's last name?
Brandon Payne.
Brenton Payne. I better
Oh.
grab my.
Oh, there's a steal by
Ethan
Dre.
Hinton steals the inbound pass over to Dre, back to Ethan. Ethan shoots. Got it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
Yeah,
bit
this is
of
where-
acting on that one and give him
I think this is
give
where
him
you're going to see
give Preston an Oscar.
well, that wasn't very
Nice drive.
outside, but I think you're going to start seeing a lot of pressure from Dre and Ethan here on the
Yeah.
defensive end.
You can tell that they're still focused. They
Yeah.
are ready to. They don't want to lose. Nobody likes to lose.
Good
Nope. Nice
Good
layup
play.
there by Dre Hall. A little pizzazz on
Yeah,
it.
going with the full court pressure. Yeah, I still think if they're wanting to keep the ball out of the middle, going to a zone, may do that. And Dre Hall seems like he's got quite a bit of energy. He can play out front like that. Maybe get one of the other quick guys to do the same. Play a 2-3 or a 1-2-2.
Richmond doing a nice job of burning clock here. Just over 12 minutes left in the second half.
Another bonus of playing the zone, kind of gives you a little break. You're not running around chasing a guy all game.
Does a good two-pointer by Kip.
65-40, Richmond in front. As we go under the 12-minute mark. Ethan
There's an
Hinton
and one.
shoots, scores, draws the foul.
He is not going to give this game away.
So you said your summer league is your biggest one, Dylan?
Yeah, that's our most popular one.
Okay.
Yes.
When do registrations open for that?
They open up, honestly, next week.
Okay.
So
Okay, there you go.
Monday, start of next week, we're going to start taking in teams. So that'll be really interesting. Again, it's all about figuring out the logistics of the gym, schedule, and everything else that works with the league.
So how many teams do you normally get, and how many teams can you take
we can
for
take,
a league
we can
like
take
that?
12. We
You
can take
take
up
12,
to 12.
okay.
Now, we did last year. Now, I actually take that back. Due to certain logistics, we're looking at probably 8 teams this year. It'd be nice to have around 8. 12, we actually operated, for the first time ever doing something like that, we operated 2 gyms on this at the same time.
There you go. That takes a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So, and the fact that we were able to do that was,
Dre Hall almost got the alley-oop, but not quite.
oh, this is going to be a throwdown.
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go. Got
And
us
Natalie
a
got
slam
the-
dunk. Did we
Yeah,
get the replay, Natalie?
She sure did.
All right, first break we get.
First break we get. We'll show you that highlight. That was the first throwdown of the night.
Got it.
Good shot.
That was a good, that was a good one too.
Nice shot by Julian Short.
So you got a 21-point game here with 10:30 remaining, roughly. So
Yeah.
it's not out of reach, but you got to start chipping away.
Yeah,
Right.
it may be time to start putting up a few threes, but the other guys need to go in and crash the boards. Need to get those rebounds. Championships are won by defense and rebounding.
Kip. Shoots.
Kip over.
Scores.
That was a sweet little loop-de-doop
Yeah.
underneath somebody's arm. Was that Shackelford's arm he went under?
Dre Hall. Shoots
Dre
and scores.
Hall.
It's a good finish.
He is impressive. He's not afraid to take it to the hoop.
No. Here comes Big 5-5. No,
Everybody's-
he gets blocked by Shackelford. Ball goes out of bounds. Over to Pershing. Okay. No foul called.
They're gonna talk about this one here. They're gonna go green ball on this.
Green ball. Okay, they're
All
going
right.
to give it to him. Catch a little break on that. Jalen Short walking down. He's like, yeah, give me a break, man.
That's right.
Yeah, two games in a series like this, back to back. No telling how much these guys have run, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Shot is up and in from Branton Payne for the Pershing Pioneers.
And Ethan Hinton is still going to play a full court press. He is not giving up.
No.
He's still got that game face on.
He's got that Hinton motor. We saw that out of his brother Logan with the Indiana Legends. Logan never stopped. We haven't seen Ethan stop.
They're gonna try to clear out here.
Give him a little room. Shoot up
like
the
it's
three.
left.
Nope.
Won't go. Nice rebound by Shackelford.
Shackelford does a good job of getting that rebound.
Over to Dre. He slams on the brakes out to
There's another
Julian.
three.
Three-pointer.
One's off.
Nope. Long.
Oh, we wanted an outlet pass down here at the other end by Weatherford.
Oh, goodness.
Wethington.
Pass is too tall for Malachi Short, or Malachi's too
When
short
did we
for
call-
the pass.
There we go. When did we start calling him Weatherford? That now you're killing me. I got that in my brain. Wethington.
Wethington.
Yep.
Wethington. We added an R because this is Indiana.
I know. We got a Shackelford, a Swafford, and a Wethington, and we've been confusing them all night. It's all
Yeah,
Jim's
and
fault,
there
though.
is not a Smith on either one of these
Yeah,
rosters. You guys are killing me.
I know. Could we get a Jones?
Well, we do
or
have a
something?
white. Oliver, yeah, it's not too bad. We got a couple shorts. A Payne, you're not bad, but yeah, when you, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
I've seen much worse.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready for him to call a timeout so we can see that throwdown
Yeah.
that we had at the other end.
David Swafford bringing it up the floor. He passes over to Robert White. Robert. Oh, he's
makes
going
a
to take it
move.
all the way in. Shoot.
No.
No. Won't go.
Julian Short got a hand on that one.
Ethan.
Put it down, young
Shackelford.
man.
Boom.
Oh, look at that.
Goes Shackelford.
Oh, he moved the rim on that.
He's
He
shaking
moved
the
the rim
whole
on that.
apparatus.
Yeah.
I think the roof is going to come down. That was about a 4.6 on the Richter scale.
And that rim is going to be shaking for a little while.
Yeah, it's not going to be shooting any threes with any success.
Yeah, you may want to hold off and let the room quit shaking real quick.
Shot is up,
Preston.
no
That
good
one's
by
out.
Preston Hunter.
And
Here
the
comes
rim is
Ethan
still
hitting.
shaking down here.
Ethan kicks
Shake
it
it
over to
again.
Shackelford, over to Dre. Dre fires up a shot. No, won't go.
I said, well, the rim's shaking.
That's
What do you want me
right.
to do?
Rebounded by George, over to
Preston
Preston,
Hunter.
lays it up and in.
Lays it up. Somebody's going to need a timeout here before too long.
That's right. We're under
seeing some
7
tired
minutes left.
faces.
This is-
71-52, Richmond in the lead.
This is again where an outside person looking in would be really good for both of these teams, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these guys are, out of bounds.
That'll go over to Pershing on that one. Yeah, I see a lot of Pioneers walking.
Yep, there's the timeout.
All
There
right.
you go. Let's throw up that first one.
Yep.
You get the.
See
there
if
you go.
Natalie caught both of them.
And Natalie did catch both of them.
All right, remind me who this is.
This was
Tyler Wethington.
Tyler
Weathington. There he goes. Oh, he put that
Boom
one down.
shakalaka. And
There
then
you
here
go.
comes the monster jam by Ellett Shackelford.
Yeah, that was a good outlet pass by Ethan. Shackelford says, "Oh,
Oh,
she got a
Natalie.
little too early." That's all right.
Oh.
That's all right. She was too excited.
That's right.
Missed the put down.
We'll make you a clip off the recorded version, Ellett.
Yeah. Yeah, for anybody that wants a clearer version, once this gets processed by YouTube, it's going to be much clearer.
Yep.
Not that it's not clear now, but
Yeah, we'll put together some
yeah.
fun clips. Of
and all you got
stuff
to do
we've
is
seen.
mute us, and you're
right.
You're set.
You're golden.
Yeah. I've heard if you play Pink Floyd in the background of our games and mute us.
It's a lot better.
Yeah. What was it? The Wizard of Oz back in the day?
6.5 and counting with the running clock.
Big 55 with the ball.
Richmond comfortably out in the lead. Pershing is giving slightly less than their best effort. They are tired. And
Robert White with the.
2 more for Richmond.
Oh, he's going to give Shackelford a little eyeball there. Everything's all right. Oh, Shackelford.
Can't get it to go. Tries to get his own rebound, but Malachi short.
Needs
Well,
to
that's
work on that short game.
yeah.
Robert White again.
Good rebound by Malachi.
Looks like another three here by Swafford.
Swafford.
Nope, won't go. Uh-oh.
Oh, track it down.
Ethan's
Oh.
got it. Look at that.
That
Lays it up
kid.
from the left side. That seems to be his
Yeah, I would-
trademark shot.
Although they are down by 19 points, I would say that the MVP in my eyes is Ethan Hinton. He has just torn it up.
Yeah, he has.
Whereas the Richmond team has kind of spread it around a lot more,
Right. Yeah.
which is good in one way.
Yeah.
And then again, here comes Dre Hall
over to
Ethan Hinton.
Dre with the assist.
That's about his 3,000th point of the night
Right.
and his 2,800th layup.
Yep. So is Ethan usually the high scorer for the Pioneers?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was their primary all-star next to Dre. Oh, there looks like a good pass.
Behind the back from Malachi
Over
to
Robert White.
Robert White, and Robert lays it up and in.
Yeah, they're just trying to keep a comfortable lead here. Don't want to.
It's another three. Good shot.
Ethan buries a three.
Yes.
Multifaceted. So who is usually the leading scorer for Richmond? Or do they?
Richmond. So I would say it's between. It's surprising. It's actually between Kip Philbrum and there's a turnover.
Oh,
Yep.
really? Okay.
Okay. Here we go. There's a three. Good
Got it.
shot. All right.
Shot is up.
Three by
Shot
Branton.
is good by Brenton Payne.
Yeah, you probably have Kip Philbrum and Malachi Short are their primary offensive production.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Good
There's
deal.
A three.
So-
and that one's off as well.
Yeah.
Big 55, George Pennington. I would have thought he would have been.
Yeah, he's up there too. They have a
Oh,
lot.
yes,
They've got
okay.
a lot of offensive production.
All right. We don't want to. Richmond does not want to mess about and later find out the consequences.
Correct.
So we need.
They're going to turn up their game. Oh, stolen by
it's a
Julian
steal.
Short.
Yep, get
Or
it to
not
the fast
Julian
guy.
Short. Yeah, Julian Short. There's
Julian
two
Short.
shorts.
There's another 3.
Boom! Ethan.
Ethan looks up at the
buries it
scoreboard
down
and he
three.
said, "This is doable. We're only down by 8.
There's a timeout.
Yeah.
We got a timeout."
3:41 left in the second half.
All right, guys, I'm going to head back over to the booth.
Yes,
here.
thank you,
Thanks
Dylan.
for
It's awesome
joining us,
coming over
Dylan.
here. Yeah,
Thanks for
Thank
having
you,
us
Dylan.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you can
We're
sit
going to
those
throw it
down
to
there.
commercial and be back in a moment. Or not. We're back. Cambridge City, Indiana, 3:37. Suddenly we have an 8-point game when it was up to about 20 for quite some time.
It looked like it was getting out of hand, but Pershing says not so fast.
Yep. Whistle on the floor. And it appears the ball is going over to Pershing, which does not please the Richmond Redhawks at all.
Did they call it travel on that? Or
I could not see.
I could not see it either. We're kind of in an odd position here, so we're.
Yep. Three-pointer, that's going to be too long, and it's rebounded by Robert White.
Yeah, this is the time when Pershing wants their threes to go down.
Yep.
Yeah, down by 8. Be a perfect time to get a little streak going here.
Robert White says, I'm going to dribble this around for a little under 3 minutes if possible. Pershing getting a little too close for his comfort. Richmond passing it around. Malachi Short going to move in. No, gets it swiped. Oh, but he gets it back.
Oh!
Shoots, scores, draws the foul.
Malachi.
So Richmond back up by 10. Malachi Short has the opportunity to make it 11.
No, Malachi. I mean, how many Malachis do you know? One. Just one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And he's probably going to watch this.
And he hits. 2 minutes and counting left in this one.
Yeah, the good thing is these guys have no idea what we're saying over here at the announcers.
That's right.
Stage,
Hopefully
I guess,
we're
what you
able
call it,
to
and
pack up and get out
yeah,
of
we'll
Cambridge
be-
City before they.
We'll be far out of town before they can play the video.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure they ever gave him his free throw. Ah, well, we'll see.
Well, he would say something.
Big 5'5". George Pennington got his big eyeball poked out, so
Yeah.
he's trying to get his retina working again. It appears as though he's going to survive his wounds. I'd say it's at least a 55-45 chance.
That's almost 90.
Yeah. Play continues.
Malachi.
Malachi Short shoots, misses, but draws the foul. 1:39 left. Ten-point lead by Richmond. This one still isn't in the bag yet.
Yeah, I think the Redhawks just kind of looked up the scoreboard and said, "We better not mess about
That's
later
right.
find consequences."
That's right. Malachi shoots, does not go.
He's got one more. He puts a smile out there with 1:35 left on the clock.
So do you think Malachi and
Minute
Julian
39.
are related since their names are both short?
I don't
think
know.
they're identical
They were
twins.
guarding. It might be identical twins from this.
Oh, Ethan Hinton.
Yes, sir.
From three-point land, we're back to an 8-point contest. Ethan's not done. Meanwhile, David White says, come on, clock, click faster.
Yeah.
He gets it across midcourt. Richmond, of course, passing it around. They are intentionally trying to kill clock here.
And he wants to.
Ethan was trying to foul, and
he's trying to get him on the free throw line.
Yeah. So, as we hear Dylan McCullum from across the court, this will be a 1-and-1. Or on the floor, either way.
Okay.
I don't know.
1-and-1 on the floor?
I give up. My blood sugar's low. I'm hungry. And Kip reels it in. Kip Filbrin passes it across to Malachi. We have another whistle. Dre Hall is the one called for the foul.
Okay, yeah. Still got an 8-point deficit with
1:02 left.
1:02 left.
David Swafford, there's a foul. It's going to be Foul City here. All right, this time I'm sure he said David Swafford is shooting a 1-and-1.
Yes. And then the ball gets tossed in from out of bounds.
Right. Bunch of guys with like red jerseys show up, start playing. We're like, what the heck's going on? All right, David's shot is long.
Oh, a little long. He likes the back of that iron. All right, the men in green come down this way.
Branton Payne fires up a three-pointer.
That's
Branton
what they
Payne
need.
hits a three-pointer.
That's what they need. Puts them.
Look out. They're within 5. Just under a minute left. Timeout on the floor.
Is this deja vu?
I don't know. 78-73.
Didn't this happen in the first game?
Richmond had quite the healthy lead, and yeah, the roles have been reversed. If Pershing can come back, win this one, and force a game 3. Whereas Pershing led most of the first game, and Richmond came back and won it.
I tell you, regardless of the outcome, both of these teams and Dylan and the officials have all done a heck of a job tonight.
Heck yeah.
This is
guys having fun out here, laughing with each other, regardless of what color their shirts are, and
it's fun. But a doubleheader is exhausting, but that's not their fault. I'm out of shape.
Right. Yeah. I got winded just walking in here.
I was going to say, went to the bathroom and I had to wipe my brow. Oh,
Julian Short saves it, but
almost
Kip steals it.
Let that go out of bounds.
And
Ethan
Robert
tried for
White
block. That was
lays
Robert
it up
White.
and in. This one's getting away from Pershing now.
There you go. Take the 3.
Ethan, no, can't get it to go.
Get it back
Shackelford
out.
with the rebound.
Kick it back out.
Gonna
Need a
have
3.
to hurry. Julian Short. Got it! And drew the foul from Malachi Short, who we think is his identical twin brother. That's what we're going with.
From here, I thought there are a lot of relatives.
Yeah, I think they look exactly alike, except for the color of their shirt.
I think, Dre Hall and Shackelford are probably identical twins.
I think
so,
too.
A movie back in the 80s?
Yes.
Twins.
It was Schwarzenegger and
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Free throw is good. So Julian Short converts the 4-point play, and we're within 5. Woo! Almost
Malachi.
Picked off. Malachi reels it in, draws the foul.
Stabbed that one with his scythe.
Yes. 82-77, 18.7 left on the clock. It is a running clock, recall.
You got George.
And Dre Hall may be cramping up over here on the floor.
No, I think he's just catching a break. He's got to rest those legs. I mean, even world-class athletes need a hair of a break.
Yep.
And he knows when to take it.
Malachi makes it. David Swafford going to get a breather. That looks like Preston Hunter. See, right about the end of the night, I'm starting to accurately recognize these guys by face.
And we got 18 seconds left.
Right. That's about
just
par for the
in
course.
time to go home.
And Malachi hits his second one as well. So adds a little bit of cushion. Or did he not hit it?
Timeout.
Oh, he did
Pershing.
hit it. There goes the scoreboard. All right. So 18.7 left, 84-77. We would like to thank Larry Scott Research for sponsoring these 2 games tonight. And we understand they're a major sponsor of the WWBA as a whole. And we'd also like to thank Dylan McCullum for having us out. This has been a lot of fun. I would not mind at all coming back to Cambridge City.
Oh, yeah, good entertainment. I'm just surprised there aren't more folks in the crowd because these guys can hoop.
Well, this is a larger crowd than we see at a lot of ABA games that aren't in
Danville.
In Danville or Newcastle.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, they're, I'm sure a lot of them are relatives.
Well,
a lot of them are groupies.
Significant others. Well, yeah. Yeah. Great effort tonight by both squads in both games. This has been really entertaining. It looked like Richmond was just going to open a can on Pershing, but Pershing did not quit. And it's still not over.
Dre Hall was keeping his word.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still not over.
Ethan
Not
out
with-
to Dre.
Got it!
Oh, look at that.
Look
Dre
out!
Hall.
And he's gonna. And they're
11.6 seconds left. 84-80.
game faces on with some defense.
Whoa. Malachi Short is probably thinking, I should probably hit both of these.
And just like the NFL, this is probably going to take 3 hours to finish this last 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're tired and hungry. And
delirious.
It's going to be 3 in the morning before we get out of there. Going to go to quadruple overtime.
Yeah.
Malachi's first shot. Good. Nothing but net.
Yeah, nobody said anything about overtime. I didn't even think about that. Son of a.
At some point, Natalie's head will just drop on the keyboard.
Yeah.
We'll have H's all over the screen or
Snoring
something.
in the back seat on the way home.
Long three-pointer. Almost got it, but did not quite.
And we still have 11.6 on the clock.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, timeout on the floor.
Timeout. Pershing.
85-80, so it's a 2-possession game. There is no 3D light in the WWBA like there is in the ABA that adds a point to baskets that are made while the light is on. So this is a true 2-possession game here.
Have we seen Deshard Thomas in the second game at all? He's over here shooting, but I don't recall calling his name in the second game, or the second half at least.
Yeah. Huh.
I think.
I can't remember.
And it doesn't appear as though, most of these guys have been on the court most of the second half, if not all the second half.
Yeah. Huh.
11.3
Shackelford.
on the clock.
Ethan lays it up and in.
Ethan Hinton.
So they're within 3, 7.5 seconds to go. Quick foul there by Julian Short, who's going to rip off his twin brother Malachi's arm and beat him with it just to make sure the referee sees the foul.
That's a brotherly tap.
I'm convinced. Identical twins, I'm
Sure.
telling you.
There you go.
They
So
even wear,
Julian-
they wear numbers that are close to each other, too, 22 and 24. So
Oh, yeah.
That's
Well, you
clearly
know,
a brother
1 and a million are pretty close too in the grand scheme of infinity.
thing. In astronomical distances, yes.
Yeah. The moon is close to the Earth when compared to Pluto, but that's almost 78%.
Malachi's shot goes in. Oh, we've lost all composure
We
here.
got 6 seconds left. Let's see if something miraculous can come out in this last 6 seconds. We still got
Malachi-
smiles on the floor.
Yeah, Malachi hits them both.
Takes
Pushes
it back
to
to
a 5-point
to
lead
5.
again. This would seem insurmountable,
Oh!
especially when you don't have the ball.
Yep, and that's game.
That'll do it. So, congratulations to the Richmond Redhawks on the 2-game
Julian
sweep
Short
for the
crying
WWBA
over the lost championship.
Winter League Championship. And congratulations on a great season by the Pershing Pioneers. Great effort tonight. They certainly turned this one into a thriller at the end.
And that is the first championship for the Richmond Redhawks.
It is. So they will get their banner up on the wall as we do some handshakes here.
Yeah, and I'm sure these guys are not going to get much sleep tonight and party for a while and then go to work in the morning.
Probably. Yeah. Or maybe in some cases back to school, but yeah.
And we've got post-game entertainment.
Oh, cool in
by Big George Pennington.
All right.
Big 55.
Big 55.
Big
George
55,
Pennington.
George Pennington.
All right, and I forget who we messed up on that Natalie messed up. It's all Natalie's fault.
It's not all
that
my fault.
that was
Yeah.
That was,
We'll make you a clip, buddy.
I think
when
it was Ethan.
was it?
No, I think it was Tyler Wethington. I believe it was Tyler
that's right,
Wethington.
yeah.
Yes.
Or Shackelford. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll make you a
was-
clip, and we'll put it up on our YouTube page.
It was one of 16 guys.
Thanks for watching tonight. Please subscribe to Minotaur Streaming on YouTube. And I'm Eric Ivy, and for Jim Holtzclaw and my daughter Natalie, we wish you a good night. And once again, congratulations to the Richmond Redhawks, winners of the first game 70-64 and the second game 88-82. We hope to see you again sometime, Cambridge City. And for now, we'll say good night.